You ready
Hello.
to rock?
I'm playing Where's Waldo in my aquarium with baby plecos.
Duh. Hi, everybody. Happy
Hey,
420.
Hey. Happy
happy
420.
420, yay!
Could anybody hear me? Can you all see me?
I see and hear you.
Uh-oh,
So do
I
this
don't
is
know if I'm
I.
not
here with
good.
you. I promise not to snore on the stream. Maybe.
Okay. I think I got everything back together. Can you hear me?
But we can hear
I
you.
can hear you.
We can hear you. I can hear you now. That's because we're a lovely bunch of avatars. Happily 420. I literally clicked the go button and then I uh leaned over a little bit on the cord and pulled the damn thing right out of the. I was trying to grab the bong. I was trying to grab the damn bong, and instead I ripped the headphones right out of the computer. And so that's exactly how we got to start this stream for me.
That's a perfect start for a
That's
420.
a very 420 start. Like, I'm not gonna lie,
You
I'm
wouldn't expect
already.
anything less.
I mean, I just have some wonderful technology crises with my streams lately. Like, it it's getting to the point where it's like it wouldn't be a stream if something didn't go wrong. Like everything seems to be working perfectly fine. Then I click the button and everything goes to shit. Happy 420 chat. Happy 420 Smol Cat Ninja and officially the Outsiders. Hello, Bijou.
Yay! Here for the pie.
Yay.
Happy 420.
Hey.
Happy 420, Pichu.
Happy 420.
Hello, Lady Autumn Sky. Happy 420.
Yeah.
Hey,
And Fish Nerd.
What in chat? Are we on YouTube too?
We are for now. Uh,
Ah.
I figured we could start on YouTube, and then once we've roped everybody in, we're gonna go to Rumble and maybe open it up to whoever's in the chat over there. After we get off the YouTube platform, though, so we don't have to worry about people saying YouTubey shit. But we'll
Saying
see
that.
how the night goes. I mean, I definitely kind of want to go over there at some point.
Yeah,
What's
I
up,
thought we were going
Lucky?
only over there, but then
Yeah, but I mean, look at all these wonderful people from YouTube who literally make up most of the chat who wouldn't be able to be there. And as long as it's the four of us, we're fine to be on YouTube. None of us is absurdly fucking like we don't violate the rules or nothing.
no,
I might
I'm
say,
nothing if not a rule follower.
yeah, I mean, we don't say things that they wouldn't like at all. And
no, not
to
at
the
all.
extent that anyone here does, it's just me, and that's my own damn fault.
And we're used to it. Although I did work customer service today and I was cursing up a
Oh,
storm and I was like, I'd
hey,
like to
man.
apologize. I haven't done this in a while.
Did
Sorry.
you curse at people? As long as you don't curse at people,
No,
people
just
usually
we were
get it.
just in the same room with all the customers chatting, and we said
Mhm.
every curse word. And it was me and the boss talking, so she was doing it too. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's because they're all fuckers anyway.
They
The
are.
customers, I mean, yeah.
Actually, they were pretty good today.
Oh, well, look at you. I got to do something very similar. I got to go deal with customer service because I had to go do retail stuff.
Ugh.
I had to buy new boots because my boots are almost shot, and I had to get a new phone. Who dis?
I hate getting phones.
So when you people
Yeah.
gave me your number when I didn't have an active phone, start getting random text messages from a number you don't know,
Ignore it. It's just Darth.
it might be me.
Oh no, now Darth can actually use my number.
You may have made a mistake. I'm just saying.
Time to change your number.
She gave me the
No.
number, and then I'm gonna send the first text message and the next 27 text messages, all starting at exactly 4:01 in the morning on a Tuesday. When I wake up, it'll just be "Good morning, retard."
And you're
Work on
quite
my
chipper in the
day.
morning too.
I am like
So it'll
I
be a
am.
hearty good morning.
I'm such a fucking morning person. It's not even funny, unless I'm in pain. There have been a couple of mornings where I wake up in a lot of pain, and that's not conducive for a pleasant me. But oh, happy 420. We have been trying to reach you about your vehicle's extended warranty. I would never go so far.
Yeah, you would.
I would. I so would
Yeah, you
do
would.
that.
Yeah, you would.
But the problem is nobody ever answers that.
No, I would delete and report junk. That's what I would.
Yeah.
But I have gotten on a list recently and I keep getting these messages. They're like, hey, grant money has been set aside for you. You have 24 hours to respond. And I'm like,
I don't think that's how that works.
nope.
I'm fairly certain that because they don't want just anybody to have grant money, you have to like apply for grant money. Now they are being honest, there is grant money set aside for you. And I can't remember what the hell the book is called. Somebody wrote a book about like
Oh, yeah. All the
all
ways you can
different
find
fucking like just money set aside in bullshit government legislation that you can claim. All you have to do is sign up for, and the eligibility requirements for a lot of this shit is basically, do you breathe and can you sign your name? And then there's just this government money that's just set aside for you.
Well, why don't
It's,
we all have that book then?
people are lazy.
Yes, we all need that book.
I'm like, Google book about money from government.
Government
uh,
grant book.
I mean, it's the information era. It's probably all published on the internet too. And somebody's probably aggregated all of it because they do keep adding new shit all the time. There's not just it's not just like federal shit. There's like probably shit in your area that's not in that book.
Oh, I'm sure.
Maybe. I mean, you live in a major urban area. There's all types of subsidies for all types of shit.
Something happened in my major urban area, and I forget what, but I was going to tell you. I'm like, Darth would appreciate this in the safe city I
Oh,
live in.
was it some shootings?
Probably. That's just typical.
Yeah, that's just normal. Like, yeah, if it was something noteworthy enough for you to think you needed to tell me, it must have been something fucking spectacularly stupid.
I know. But not spectacular enough that I recall it. Like at the
Yeah.
time, I'm like, well, this is a load of bull. I'm like, I should tell Darth about it. And then probably forgot. So that's what it's like
Well,
living here.
yeah, there's two things it could be. It could either be something stupid that the administration decided to implement or something violent that the people did unto themselves usually.
I'm leaning towards violent.
Mm. That's unfortunate. People need to chill the fuck out in St. Louis. Like, yeah, it's not that serious, guys. Like,
Exactly. No, I drove by a billboard the other day and it said, "Stop pistol play. Your small beef doesn't have to turn into pistol play.
um,
Put down the weapon." And I was like, now we've got like billboards yelling at us. Like,
well, I mean, either bring back dueling and make it a sanctioned event, or loosen up on the mutual combat would be
well,
my.
how many people do you think are like, I was going to go shoot that guy, but I saw that billboard.
And now I suddenly have decided to just not shoot him instead. Yes, that's not usually a thing. I don't think.
I'm going to put this pistol down. My small beef
Yeah,
isn't worth it.
I mean, I don't think I'd want to go to a Missouri state prison.
We're a tough breed down here.
It's not as bad as California,
Georgia prisons are pretty rough.
honestly.
I've never been.
Uh, according to an aggregate of data, California's got the toughest prisons,
Really?
and like the Carolinas and Virginia has like the softest prisons, which kind of surprised me. I wouldn't have expected it to be Virginia. Maybe the
Virginia.
Carolina. Oh, Virginia's kind of like
Yeah,
DC soft.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, Virginia makes sense to me.
What is that sound?
Mousy.
Some- Small Mousen, are you typing on a mechanical keyboard?
No.
I have to kill this.
Mousy is the noisiest person to talk to on the phone.
Yeah,
I am. I'm very noisy.
those
My
strange
aquarium pumps
sound.
are noisy too. It always sounds like water's pouring in the house.
Okay, I have a question for you guys. If we're
What's
bringing
that?
back duels,
Yep.
what is your preferred method of dueling? Go.
Oh,
Hmm.
the little the
I'll take a
I
joust.
don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's horseback joust or like joust on American Gladiators where you stand on platforms with pugil
N-
sticks.
Oh
Nerf
no, not that one.
joust.
Nerf joust.
No, not that.
And then the loser gets shot.
They're just bringing someone from St. Louis to do it.
I mean, Chicago, St. Louis. Where you at? Like we can find a violent place nearby that's got someone to execute that. Dueling with rubber bands at 10 paces. That's an interesting one from Fish Nerd in the
You could
cheap
poke somebody's
seats.
eye out with that.
I
Yeah,
like
dude,
a I
blind
like a good
someone.
knife fight. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, 6-inch blades. It makes for a good spectacle.
We're
Not a
talking
foil.
samurai sword knife.
No,
How big is
I'm talking like a K-bar combat knife, like
Ah,
military issue. Just two men and two knives and a circle, preferably with a cage around it, and just have a good old stabbing. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, don't be a bitch about it. If you can't get up close and personal and go ahead and put yourself in that type of position where you're in just as much danger as you're about to inflict, you probably shouldn't be fucking doing it. And we definitely shouldn't be sanctioning just like outright murder. So like, I mean, if you want to do pistols at dawn, that's cool. That's you. Do you? Uh, I like a good old fashioned knife fight personally.
What if you had to
Just me.
escalate through duels to get to like knives?
So you mean like you go start with like slap boxing and then a fist fight and then straight up MMA match and like on through the list until you get to like pistols at dawn?
Yeah. Like maybe you have to earn so many points in each match and then you like gain weapons.
I don't know if I'm up for that much combat.
So just
And
like a short, quick duel.
yeah, I assume like you can also like have like non-lethal duels. Like if we just want to like go out in the parking lot and handle the business like gentlemen, a rousing round of fisticuffs, and you can do it to like maybe to knock down or maybe to knock out. Like who knows? Like when you start knocking people out, that's when shit actually starts to get dangerous and get real. But I mean, hey, if we're bringing it back, sanctioning duels to the death, like uh, you take the risk when you get into the ring, you know?
Do you have to accept the duel if it is presented to you?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm fairly certain if we're going to sanction a duel and not have consequences, it has to be accepted, but it can be declined. I don't think you have to agree to like go to battle. Like you can choose the route of just like saying no, walking away. Like nah, I ain't in. You know what I
that
mean?
that might be my method every
Uh,
time. I'll be
uh,
like, I decline this duel.
I mean, you might really want the duel at some
Hang
point.
on, the jewels were your idea. What's yours?
No, duels was my idea. I
Duels
definitely
are
said bring
Darth's
back
idea,
dueling.
yeah.
I said bring
Oh,
back dueling, like as
right, yeah, no, hang on. But
uh,
the
uh,
whole question was Juju's idea.
oh the
Actually,
method.
Darth and I have
She asked
talked
for the
about this
method.
before.
It
Yeah,
Yeah,
escalated.
it did escalate.
Baki is guaranteeing not to duel him with swords because he will win. He's declared victory. And to that, I would just say, what type of swords are you master of? Because the operation of a claymore or a two-handed like bastard sword is way different than the op. Well, a hand and a half is a bastard sword, but that's way different than operating like a katana, and that's way different than operating like a rapier. Like all these different swords operate way differently. So before you say you're gonna win a sword fight, like fuck kind of sword you got?
Well, I can confidently say that Baki would beat me at every single sword.
Yeah,
Unless by some asinine accident I like trip and stumble into a win.
I'm actually fairly competent with a machete.
Well, that makes sense. You're a gardener.
Yeah, I've had to use
Mhm.
machete more often than most average people, but good machete, very make do sword. It's a very make do. It wouldn't be the like my go to weapon. I
See,
think I'm
I'm
better.
over in Fish Nerds dual land with like plastic forks.
Plastic forks, wet carp,
Rubber
just
bands.
a fish beating.
I'm like, I put dead mice in their house.
Ah,
I burned
oh, dead
popcorn in their
mouse.
microwave.
Uh,
Like, take that.
the mid distance swords. So no big Scottish claymore then. That's good. I don't want to deal with that. Okay, we'll do a sword. We'll do a hybrid dual sword gun.
Floating broccoli, you want?
Show up.
Do you know you can actually control someone more with a knife than with a gun?
Depends.
Well, obviously it depends. I'm not making a definitive statement. I'm saying in general, people are more fearful of the knife than the gun. Because the knife, the person is closer usually.
Yep. You're also in significantly more danger from a knife within 21 feet, I believe, is like the generally agreed upon number than you are from someone with a gun because they can close. If you have a gun and they have a knife, you're more likely to be stabbed than you are to shoot them to death. I think stabbed to death. I mean specifically. I don't know. There was a whole thing about it, like because within certain ranges, like someone with a knife is way more dangerous than someone with a gun, but that's because of how quick the distance can be closed, and usually a gun's better at range. But it's crazy. I don't want to get attacked with either of these things,
I
to
was
be
just
honest.
thinking, I'm like, I don't want to be within range of either one.
Yeah, the difference between a gun is 'cause certain guns at 200 yards, a knife is completely ineffective. There are still a wide range of guns that are extremely effective at 200 yards. But at that point, there's no question of self-defense. It's just murder. Oh shit! Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cat Ninja,
Yep.
your duel.
A joust. Go on.
A joust, yeah. Any specific regulations on the joust? Because if
No,
you've seen,
not particularly thought through.
Why don't you put a really viscous liquid underneath so that when people fall in it, they can't get out? Like a cottage
Lava.
cheese or a. Okay.
Or
Or
like
what I've
corn
seen,
starch.
well,
Cottage cheese or lava.
what I've seen from
I don't want to duel with any. You guys really escalate. Like, your duels
I-
are terrifying.
from what I know of traditional dueling, it's common practice that after you unseat your opponent, then you have to battle on feet with like short swords and stuff. And it's basically like it's more than just unhorsing them. In a lot of cases, like you got to do the whole combat thing.
If I had a
That
sword,
sounds like a
I'd
lot
go
of
for their
work.
Achilles tendon.
You got to go
Oh,
for that
you're
area.
calling us harsh. Ooh.
You got to go for that gap between the helmet and the shoulder.
But they're not going to expect me to go for their Achilles tendon. And then I'll just slice it.
Happy
It'll
420,
snap.
Frank's Games.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Baki's bringing dragons in.
Wait,
Dueling with dragons.
Ooh.
that's cheating.
A
I
dragon
would bring a
cheating?
pleco.
I mean, what kind of dragon? Are you going to bring a Komodo dragon or a bearded dragon? Because one of these is like
Venomous.
distractingly adorable, and the other one is, yeah, kind of, kind of like really not something I would want to tangle with. It would definitely be a physical issue more than a distraction. Like, definitely a distraction, but like, if left unchecked, yeah, it's venomous, and they're pretty freaking strong. They're
What
not
if Baki
small.
is so successful with swords because he releases 50 dragons onto the field? You're
That's
distracted by the
cheating.
dragons, and then he comes at you with the sword.
Yep, that's cheating. But I mean, I didn't expect that. I mean, a bearded dragon would probably be even worse. With like, I would just be confused. Like, why do you have that adorable little lizard with you? Like, what's that all about? And
And
then
he's like,
as
just for
I'm
this reason.
as I'm
Where's your
pondering
focus?
it, as I'm pondering it, I'm being cut down. It's like, oh, I have been distracted, and I have failed.
Yeah.
This is this dueling idea is a terrible idea. Why did we bring this back again?
I
This
don't
is
remember.
this did not work out.
It
Oh
didn't.
yeah, to try to like curtail the type of violence that happens in the streets of our inner cities. Mostly the like shooting out of cars. Like that's the stupidest thing.
I agree.
Like I don't take anybody who shoots randomly out of cars seriously, except for I really want to like go sneak into their window at night and shoot them in their bed,
You know what? Someone was
like point
telling
blank
me.
range, like a savage.
Someone was telling me that people in my area have, like if you walk out to your car at night, someone walks up, punches you in your face, and steals your car.
I've heard stories like
Apparently that's
that a
happening.
lot of places.
Nice.
Well,
People
why do
just
you have
walk
to
up and
punch? Just ask for the keys. I'll give them to you.
Because it's just easier. Because some people aren't going to just give up the keys. But if you punch them and just take them, then their
You have to
ability to fight
tease.
back. Their ability to fight back becomes like
Pretty much
neutralized in
null
the
and void
equation.
because
Yeah,
they're like, "What happened? I just got punched
just
in the face."
just be glad they're only punching people and not walking up and like shooting them in the back of the head and taking their keys and just leaving a slump mass of bodies. 'Cause those occasions that those events that you're talking about are way more common than you would expect.
I just remembered what I was going to tell you. Okay, I was talking to a friend of mine. We're talking about St. Louis, and he's like, "I love it here."
Uh
And then we veer on to the next conversation, and he's like, "Here's how you get into your car the safest way."
huh. If you have to say that about the place that you live, I have a hard time understanding how you could possibly love it. Like
Thank you.
it's.
You got it too. I was like, Darth will appreciate this because this is
I
the
mean,
dumbest conversation. Right after you're like, "No, this city's great." Guys, here's how you get into your car the safest way.
like here's how you avoid being attacked when going
Yeah.
out in public.
He's like, "You need to lock your door, then you turn the car on, then you put on your seatbelt. Because if you have to like gun away from someone, it doesn't matter if you're buckled up." I was like,
He-
this makes
he-
no
he-
sense. I mean, the logic is
here's
sound.
how you get into your car the safest way. You carry a gun on you,
Well,
and then
that's
you
what he's
enter your
saying. He's
car
like, if
tactically.
they're like waving a gun at you, you have to be able to like, like, I don't know, hit the gas and get out of there. And then we like merge onto the highway. My friend goes, "Right there's where the guy brandished the gun at me." And I was like,
What?
"What do you mean?" Oh, she flicked somebody off because they like cut her off and then they pulled a gun on
This
her.
is the friend who loves it there.
No, there were three of us in the vehicle.
Oh,
One who
I was
loves
gonna
it here,
say.
one who flicked somebody off, and that
Eh,
person raised
and
a
got a
gun at
weapon
them.
brandished at them.
And then my
Happy
dumbass sitting in the back
420.
seat.
Cheers. My
Cheers.
happy 420.
Yeah.
Or whatever you said.
Happy 420, y'all.
I turned the tank green for 420. Yay!
I mean,
Darth's tail did get ripped. He needed some medicine.
Dude, bound and determined to get those fish in.
Yeah.
shit, mouse shields the fish everywhere. I was just gonna not do it. Man.
Ooh, Baki has a
The
good
fish had their
question.
15 minutes.
Yeah, I know, and I can't remember of the 7 forms exactly which one it was that was mine. It's been so long since I've even looked into the lightsaber forms, and I was just briefly enough to choose one. I would have to look. I bet if I looked them up though, I could probably. Hold on, give me a second. I gotta look up damn names of the same forms.
Baki, what's your favorite? Your chosen lightsaber form? Is purple bad or good?
I think it's form 4. I'm not gonna lie.
Now you have to show us all the forms because we don't know.
Yeah, form 4 Ataru is definitely my full. Yeah, I'm not too. I'm not a twin lightsaber combat, so I'm pretty sure.
I'm not messing with the lightsaber because, I already am clumsy as hell and I don't need to lose any limbs or a tail. I mean, I only got feet left, so I want to keep them.
I think Yoda used form 4. Or maybe it was form 3. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've studied my damn lightsaber forms. Because
And yet your name is Darth?
I don't actually do lightsaber combat.
Ooh, purple is a mix of good and bad on some level. That
Well,
feels
it's
right.
dark side and light side specifically.
Periwinkle is just an abomination.
That's not a lightsaber color.
Mm-mm.
Could be in pastel land.
Yeah,
Baki. Yoda did Form 4, Ataru.
that's my chosen form as well, and I was fairly certain. It's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi who does Form 3, Soryasu.
I mean, I've seen the first 3 movies a few times.
I
Yeah,
mean, the first three or the
Original 3.
original. Okay. Because, they're not in order, and I never understood that. I'm like, how are you going to start the story in the damn middle?
because that was
Exactly.
the most that was the pinnacle of the whole story.
Was the middle?
Yeah, 4, 5, and 6.
Hmm. I don't know. I haven't seen them in a very long time. The original 3.
I mean, it's really not, in my opinion, but
Which one's the best ones then?
I mean, the movies are all trash, to be honest. That is only because there's so much shit that's actually expounded on in the Star Wars EU that is just so much better. Like, they included, for instance, Grand Admiral Thrawn in, I think it was Rebels or something. Star Wars Rebels, the Disney animated series that was, in general, like, entertaining. If but you have to really be a super Star Wars nerd to actually get, or a little kid, because it was otherwise cheesy and crap. Like, but there's a book written about Grand Admiral Thrawn that if you read that, it's like, oh, that's a way better story. And then there's like the shit with the Old Republic and the rise of Sith Triumvirate first, and then Darth Revan and Malgus, and then even before that, like when the Sith became only two under Darth Bane. Like, there's just so many better stories that the Star Wars movies as a story is just dog shit. It really is, by comparison to uh, all the better fucking stories in the expanded universe. But I'm a biased son of a bitch, and the video games were better than the movies ever will be. You can't really change my mind on that. But yeah, there's so many other better stories in the Star Wars universe that like uh,
Is Star
everything that
Wars
made the
based on books?
oh, it's based. There's so much shit in the Star Wars universe. You wouldn't even believe it. It's ridiculous. I mean, I think I think it's the other way around though. There are books
The
based on
movies
Star
came
Wars.
first, yeah.
Yeah, there are books based on Star Wars. A lot of them, and they're all way better than, because George Lucas as a storyteller just wasn't the goat. But a lot of the people who picked it up and wrote on it were absolutely amazing. The people who fucking wrote the storylines for the video games, like the old Knights of the Old Republic and KOTOR 2 video games, better storylines than the movies. Yeah, I thought this was a baking party. No, you didn't.
Gracie, I'm here for the
uh,
pie.
Been baking all day.
Oh,
sh-
yeah. I baked an apple
man,
pie.
if somebody
I'm
brought pie, you are officially the shit. Because I could go for
whatever.
like a pie or two right now.
A raspberry pie? That's what I
No,
would choose.
Ooh.
a cinnamon Dutch apple.
Okay, I would eat that too.
That's
Yeah, that's
that
delicious.
one and the raspberry.
eat that with like half a gallon of golden vanilla ice cream specifically, and oh man, then go to sleep because you're definitely not gonna be staying awake after that. That's gonna be like sugar overload that puts you out. Maddie has arrived.
Yay.
I hope he brought his most prestigious bong. Like, took me like almost an hour and a half to clean mine.
Oh my god, did you clean it today?
I cleaned the big one, but I stopped using because it was a bitch to clean. So I decided I'm only going to use it on special occasions. And if you don't call this a special occasion, what the hell is a special occasion to use that thing? What is up? Happy 420 cent tracks.
Thanks, Grace Case.
Yeah.
I hope you find pie.
Yeah, and bring some back for the rest of us. What the
Yes,
fuck?
please. We all need pie.
Yeah, that's because you're really old, Matt. Hey, have you ever guys ever read the book of Matthew in the Bible? This is the guy who wrote it.
Oh.
He's that old. It's this Matthew. He was a tax collector back in Jesus' time.
And now
Oh,
I-
that's
Legit.
wrong.
This is the guy who
Damn,
wrote it.
damn feds. Yeah, he was a fed, and now he's been promoted to a judge. I love you, Maddie.
No lie detected.
Hey, when I'm not wrong, I'm not wrong. That's just all there is to it.
Them's the facts.
Absolutely.
Okay, does anybody else have a question we should discuss?
I mean, I'm sure the cat does.
Do I? Okay. No.
That's not how you go with it.
That is
What
not.
if?
But I do
for-
have a correction from the other night.
Oh,
Go
boy.
ahead. Do tell.
Eros. I was right. It is a Greek. No, yeah, Greek. Yeah. I want to say God, but
Yeah,
that
that
is
sounds
the
right.
statue in Piccadilly Circus. Apparently, is not Eros.
Oh,
He's Eros's brother. But you know,
Why does
Fred?
brother
Who
get
knew?
a statue?
It's
Who knows?
his brother Fred.
Eros is the Greek equivalent to the Roman Cupid.
Oh,
Mhm.
that
And
that traitorous bastard.
So did like a scorned lover was like, you know what? Not you. We'll do a statue of your brother then.
I don't
Just
know.
suck it and live in his shadow.
I only found out recently, literally after the other night, that it's not Eros. That's just not right, because anyone in London or
And
visiting
Taros?
London will tell you Piccadilly Circus, Eros. But
Now
no,
I want to go there and
not
be like,
according to the
actually,
internet.
everyone,
Yeah,
that's incorrect. This is his brother.
Yeah, he's got a similar thing. Look, I don't know, they're the winged archers with their bow and arrow, you know,
Which one?
both of them.
No, which of his? I don't know all these different names, but Eros' siblings are Anteros,
Oh, there he
Phobos,
goes.
Deimos, and I believe Sister Harmonia.
The first one, I think.
Anteros?
Yeah.
Because yeah, I mean, it's his brother. Cool. Which one? uh,
You're gonna tell us about him then?
no, I was just looking it up real quick.
Yeah.
It says Eros, Greek mythology, the Greek god of love and sex. His Roman counterpart is Cupid, as you said. In the earliest account, he is a primordial god, while in later accounts, he is described as one of the children of Aphrodite and Ares, and with some of his siblings was one of the Erotes, a group of winged loved gods. You already hit upon like most of the other stuff, bow and arrow and whatnot, little winged bastards.
Have you seen the picture of the statue in Piccadilly Circus?
No,
I'm
I
looking
haven't.
at it now. Did you see it when they made it into a snow globe?
No.
It was made into a snow globe to protect it from Christmas vandals. So they put a plastic bubble around it in 2013.
It is Anteros. The Shaftesbury Memorial Fountain. Yep.
Mhm.
I should have this up on the PC so I could bring it up on the screen for the audience.
Okay. As with pretty much every other aspect of the seemingly cursed statue, the scheme to make it into a snow globe was a failure, and the structure collapsed in strong winds.
Yeah, sounds about right.
The wind did it in.
Damn you, wind!
Mhm. Ain't even windy there. It's so built up all around it, the wind doesn't really get through. Obviously, it does.
I really hope someone captured that on video.
I'm sure they did. I know they had to replace the bow because that got vandalized.
So that's the statue.
First of all, I'd really like to meet whoever was like, we need to protect this statue. Let's make it into a snow globe.
Mm,
I'm in. I would support that person in that vote. In that meeting,
yeah,
I'd be like, I second that notion.
that's
Snow
a
globe it
big
up.
ass. That's a big ass glass bubble.
It was plastic.
That's not gonna work. I could have told you that wasn't gonna work.
No one brought up the wind, and the wind was like, I see your snow globe, and I raise you 3 gusts.
So that's true. Imagine what would have happened if it had actually snowed on that snow globe. Wrecked.
Just collapsed.
Yep. Wrecked completely. Takes the whole fountain down with it. I assume the fountain would just bust right through it. That looks other than right where it's standing on that right there in the middle there. Looks fairly sturdy, but I don't know what it's made out of. What is it made out of?
Bronze. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Yep. Bronze and aluminum. That's probably pretty fucking sturdy.
Yeah.
Well, the
But it can
wind
be
didn't get
busted.
it.
Yeah, the wind didn't get it when it got the snow globe.
No, I really wish I had been there when someone was like, what are we going to do about this statue? I'm thinking snow globe. And they got like a whole group of people to agree to the snow globe idea.
It's a terrible idea, but nobody listens to me.
I would think it was a magical idea, and I would have fully supported it.
You would have, and you would have been wrong too. This is an awful idea. I mean, if you're gonna make it a snow globe, have you seen a snow globe? What does every snow globe you've ever seen in your life have in common?
Glitter.
What else?
Glass. Liquid.
Exactly. They're all made out of glass and filled with liquid. And you can
Have you ever
shake
broken
them.
a snow globe? It's spectacular.
No, I've never broken a snow globe. That sounds awful. Why would you do that?
I didn't do it on purpose, but I dropped something on a snow globe one time, and it
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it's awful, but
Now, was there anyone around to film that?
No, I was
no.
young.
That was
'Cause
back
it,
before everyone filmed everything. Like,
yeah.
God, if there's one thing that's like I really am not a fan of, it's the film everything generation. I have to watch that shit on the internet, y'all. Be a little respectful. You know what I'm saying?
As we're streaming this whole thing on the internet.
I mean, are we filming it?
No, but we
No,
are
we're
just
just
we're like, listen, if you were
we're
gonna make a statue into a snow globe, do
don't.
you think that's a good idea or not?
I
Go.
mean, if you do it with glass, yeah, and do it with glass and fill it with like the water and whatever the glitter, like you're
If
supposed
you
to.
did it with glass, you don't think the first day someone would walk up to it and chuck a stone at it?
I mean, if you put glass around that thing thick enough, you're not gonna break it with no stone.
Why
Like the
doesn't the Pope ever make the Pope mobile into a snow globe?
we should make the Pope into a snow globe. Let's make a life-size snow globe and put the Pope inside it.
Would you get in a life-size snow globe? Because I absolutely would.
I know you would. You're insane.
You don't think it'd be magical in there?
You can get in a bubble
Is
and run around in it.
they make
Yeah.
a big bubbly type
Yeah.
tent, for glamping that looks like a snow globe.
Oh, don't know about that.
Is that
Oh.
like those COVID bubbles that they had for outdoor dining?
I think so, yeah.
No, I would never sleep in one of those. In fact, because they put them around so many places so that you could still eat out, but in the gayest way you could possibly imagine. And I was like,
You know
no,
how hot it's
I'm
gotta
not
be
gonna
in
go.
there?
I'm not gonna go be a bubble person.
Especially
That's
in the
not
sun.
happening.
And then the humidity's gotta be out of control inside those.
I'm not doing it. No.
Well, and why would you sleep in a bubble? Like, just sleep on the ground and look at the sky.
Just get a hammock and find something to string it between.
Yeah, that's true. Better
Then you
point.
don't have to sleep on the ground because the cold ground can suck. Like it'll steal all the heat right out of your body.
Well, we could be
Sub
camping in
Xander.
June.
Could be camping in June. Yeah, you could be camping in like
February.
March. Fuck, I'm not camping in February. You can piss off.
I used to go winter camping a lot.
If I'm camping in February, shit has gone terribly, terribly wrong. Like something in life is way out of balance. Although,
Oh, here we can do that like 3/4 of the year. We get like 2 cold days, The rest of the
like,
time it's hell.
yeah, I mean, but camping here in February, think about
Oh
that.
yeah, hell no. No.
This is a different story entirely. This is
Yeah.
Oh,
still
like 2 feet of snow still on the ground.
sometimes,
How can you
not
live
this year.
there? That sounds terrible.
I live in a place where the air has the capacity to do damage to your body. Like it'll hurt your face physically on occasion.
Yeah, I don't want that in my life. I have no interest in that. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm just not a winter gal. I'm not a winter gal.
No, I mean Michigan.
I know. I told you when my car broke down and it was like -6 here. The guy who gave me a ride home was from Michigan, and he goes, "This is nothing."
This is nothing.
I was like, "Get out of here, you
-6?
Yeah.
Cry me a river.
But
It's
my
not the
car was
negatives.
broken down and my heat was broken inside my house.
Oh, inside your house.
That's not safe.
That's actually dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, it got to 25 degrees inside my house.
Yeah, that's not good. Did you light your house on fire to keep warm?
No.
You should have lit a fire to keep warm.
I did have a fire in the fireplace.
Rivers don't flow in -6 degrees, sir. You are correct. Well, some of them do, but not where you can see it. Because
Yeah,
there is
I
a
really
significant sheet of ice
great
over the top
eyes.
of it. But some of them rivers are still moving under that ice.
And if you've cried it, it'll be salty. So
Yeah, I mean, there's a river runs right through the center of the city in which I live called the Grand River that do be flowing in -6 degrees. But it's a big fucking river. It's not like Mississippi River big, but that's another river that'll flow in pretty much any temperature, but not not good to be out in it. You will die.
Yes. I've only seen the rivers frozen maybe once that I recall. And I don't think it was like fully frozen.
That fish tank, on the other hand, would be a block of ice at -6 degrees.
It would be that
Which fish
at
tank, you
would get
ask? That one.
the snails say hello.
Small Mouse is
20 snails.
zoomed in on the snails.
I was going for the at, and then they just like crawled up in front of it. And they were like, "Nope, nope, you get to see us."
Life in a tank.
It's what we're living, isn't it?
You live in a
Mhm.
tank? Like an Abrams tank?
No, but growing up, we kept our umbrellas in the shell from a weapon, a tank gun.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's
That'd be actually
interesting.
kind of cool.
I can't remember the tank. My brother remembers what kind.
How many umbrellas could you get in it?
A fair amount. I don't know. 5. It was
I'm
big.
assuming you mean an artillery casing.
Yeah, like a spent
Yeah,
shell.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's only I'm pretty sure it's only a shell if you're talking about mortars. It's a casing for a. It's like a big bullet,
Yep.
like a giant fucking bullet.
Like the biggest bullet you've ever seen.
No,
Yeah.
not the biggest bullet I've ever seen. I've seen bigger, but it's big.
I have not in person. That's the biggest
If
one
you
I've
want to,
seen.
yeah, if you want to talk about big ones, the ones they shoot off of the decks of gunships, those are big. Those
Do you
are,
know I went to the first inland christening of a naval gunship?
did you?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see some of those casings? Those are
I
huge.
did not.
I wouldn't want to load some of those guns. I think they've largely gone away from that and gone to like reasonable sized rounds that fire in ridiculously high rates of speed. I was watching Future Conflicts and I saw something one of the boats on that had, and I was like, I need one of those for my house. Imagine having one of those at your house.
I
Nobody would
think
fuck with
that's
your
the
house.
last thing you need.
I mean, I'm sure if I had it, I wouldn't need it anymore. That's the great part about having something like that. Is once you've got something like that, you don't need that.
All you need is the visual that you have it, and then
Yeah,
everyone would just get in line.
that says everything. Like I have no need to use it because I have ownership of it. Sup, adequate alcohol.
Happy 420.
So how
Yeah,
was your
happy
guys
420.
420?
It was uh I was more productive today than I expected to be, or than I would expect to be normally. Anyway,
That's good.
I got a new phone,
Yeah, I've heard.
got new boots for my stupid feet.
Were they Red
Got
Wings?
they're not Red Wings, they're Timberland Pro.
Right, that's acceptable. Did you go to
It is
Bass Pro
acceptable.
Shop?
I went to Mieres Industrial Footwear.
Are they steel toed?
They are not. But because I'm a gardener and I don't usually have a bunch of heavy shit around, I don't work in any type of construction, they don't need to be steel toed. They need to be lightweight and they need to be waterproof and they need to be relatively flexible because and they need to have really good tread, which I need more of a hiking boot than an actual work boot, you know?
Yeah.
And I need a really good constructed hiking boot. So the Timberland Pros are actually really good. Timberland Pros and Keens, I find I have really good luck with. I think I had a pair of Irish Setters once that was really good too.
Mousy, are you obsessed with AI now?
Not really.
I mean,
Not really.
So
well,
yes, she
Yeah.
is.
okay, I guess you gotta look what Mouse made. Mouse is playing with
Aw.
the AI.
Mousy, do you include hyper realistic every time?
No,
Hyper
actually, I
realistic
didn't.
realism.
I didn't add that in there. I just put a 3D cartoon picture in there
Who
of a
added
cat
with a
ninja in
90s
space.
alternative grunge aesthetic?
I don't know where that came from.
The
What?
AI.
No, this is exactly what I typed. Hang on, I'm gonna go back to the other page that's
It's a
open.
hyper
Hang on.
realistic cat ninja in space with a 90s alternative grunge aesthetic.
Like what?
That's what it
That's
says.
not even what
I
that
love it,
picture. But
Mousy.
that's not
Is
what it
this
is.
hyper realistic? Because I don't think so.
I don't
This
think
is
so
hyper
either.
realistic realism
I
in
found
cartoon form.
the dumbest AI on the internet is what I found.
Yes, you did. What is this AI called? We're going to shame it forever.
It's called
Copilot.
Copilot.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
called
bad Copilot. Get your life together.
Learn hyper realism.
Yeah, learn hyper realistic realism. Where's Russ when you need him? He knows what that shit is. It's hyper realistic realism, yo. Uh,
Anyway, curses to Russ for teaching Mousy about AI.
yeah, no shit. Whoa, we have 16 people hanging out, smoking the reefer with us on the Rumble, y'all.
What's up, Rumblers?
And we got 4 people on the free speech, and I put that in air quotes, free speech platform, you know, the X Bird, the Zitter platform. People are hanging out on 420. Y'all better
Yeah,
be high as fuck.
Mm.
I'm not kidding.
I am not. I'm mildly high. Does that count?
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
So my
Cheers,
kiddo,
Div. Happy 420.
my kiddo went to 420 Fest today in Colorado, and they just sent me pictures of what they got while they were there. They got a Pokemon dab rig.
Oh, what?
For
It's got a
free?
big green Poke. No, she paid $40 for it, but it's got a green Pokeball inside of it. And I'm like, I don't even want to know why you got that, but okay.
I don't really want to know why you got that, but I also kind of want to see that. Can
Hang
you go
on, let
get
me
that?
bring.
I,
Hang on,
I
let me
need to
find
see
a
this for
picture.
myself.
Hang on, I'll send you the picture.
So you can judge
Oh,
harshly or enjoy it.
if I need to see if I can get
Yes,
my other kiddo to bring me their water pipe in here because they have a Pokemon water pipe.
a
About yeah,
Pokebong.
yeah, yeah. They have one
It's
of
a po-
those. It's got like all the little characters on it.
it's cute. It's cute that in the state that you live, you have to call it a water pipe. Still,
Hmm. Yep. In the state I live in, we have to
okay.
call them water pipes.
Yeah, we can call them bongs here now because we stopped bullshitting.
They decriminalized it. It's just,
I mean,
That doesn't really mean anything.
until the word recreational is in the title, like it doesn't mean anything.
let me turn my phone down because that's like way loud.
Recreational
Yeah,
means taxes
yeah, right.
because the recreational tax on marijuana is astronomical.
Hey, you know what else is written into the legislation of recreational marijuana in the state of Michigan?
What?
The ability to grow your own shit yourself
Really?
legally. Yeah. You know how many plants I can have in the state of Michigan? You will shit yourself.
1,807.
No, it's a reasonable number, but it's a lot.
32.
That's twice as many, actually. No, it's 12. It's not even 16, it's 12. 12 plants is a fucking lot.
That is
Right.
a lot of plants.
Yeah, 12 plants is a huge amount. And when I can have 12 plants, and my neighbor can have 12 plants, and the guy down the street can have 12 plants, do you know what the
That's a lot.
cost? Do you know what the cost of weed in the state of Michigan has officially like gotten to?
I don't.
It's practically free.
Do
You just
you have 12 plants?
not right now. Weather hasn't
Would you like
stabilized
some?
yet.
How do you get the seeds for those plants?
Clones, not seeds. Clones.
How do you get the clones for those plants?
I know somebody who has mother plants who makes clones, and that's a whole different regulation all of itself. I don't know much about it.
So you can grow it, but you can't sell it? Or you
No,
can?
you
Yeah,
can
we
sell
have
it,
plant
but I mean,
trackers.
when you start selling it, that's when you have to also get into the realm of giving the government its cut. But if there's no money, there's no cut.
Nice.
And a lot of people still go to the dispensaries still do like shit tons of dollars worth of business, way more than they were ever getting off of like having the cops fine people for having it illegally. Like it's like really wasn't ever about like anything other than generating revenue for the state, and you can generate way more this way. But they finally figured it out. Like I've been saying it for years. Like fucking whatever. But some places ain't caught on yet. They will.
Well, we finally caught on here.
Sure.
We're never catching on.
You don't live in a reasonable place.
Oh no.
If
I
I
don't live in a reasonable place either,
No, you
so
don't. You live in an unreasonable place for completely different reasons. Except for, I mean, it's traditional. Oh, you got what do we got here? Hold on.
I live in a worse place.
So that is indeed a green Pokeball inside a dab rig, you said? It just looks
Yeah,
like a
it's
water
that's what
pipe.
she told me. It was well, I
I
guess it's
mean,
uh part of
so
it. I know
I was about
it's
to say the
she's got
dab rig is really just putting a nail inside a
hang on, let me show you the other picture. Maybe
like
that's what
California.
she called it.
I
Hmm.
mean,
She got like two of them.
it could be set
Somehow
up
she
for
smokes
that.
dabs out of that. I don't know. So I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
mean,
anything about
all
that
you
because
need, yeah, all you need is to put a nail in instead of a bull piece, and you're good to go.
uh,
It's the same thing, though. In fact, the double stack that I'm using right now, my buddy Rock bought to be a dab rig, and then after we used it a couple of times, he decided it was like way too big and unwieldy to be smoking wax out of. So he put it up for like a year, forgot he had it, and then was cleaning out his closet one day and then he like pulled it out.
Is that your big glass one?
Yeah, that's my big double chamber glass one.
Gotcha.
The one I'm talking about, like this thing
The
on the screen is Mousie's kiddos thing.
yeah, you showed me yours before.
Yeah.
Because last time you cleaned it, you didn't stop talking about how good
How
it
it looked
smoked for
brand new.
yeah.
I mean it was like brand new again and that's basically how it was when I bought it 'cause we only used it the one or two times and then it got put up for like over a year. And then my boy's cleaning out the closet, he stuck it in and it's like he was like, damn, it's a shame that this didn't work out. And it's like, what do you gotta have for it? And I think I bought it for like $40, $35, something like that. It's 35, I think. And it's worth it. It was 90 when it was bought new. I was there. So I wasn't really in the market for a bong, but I was happy to have it.
But
And it's,
sometimes fate shines upon you.
I mean, it's a good deal. And I'll use it. Like,
Well, you
'cause
used to use it all the time. You loved it.
yeah, I don't like the way that that stem on the outside just gets jammed up so bad that it won't smoke anymore. Like when I got these other two, I made sure I got a design that was much easier to clean in the really like, cause that's the highest traffic area through that bong. Like that's where all the tar goes, and when it jams up in there, it takes forever to bust loose. But with these other ones, I can clean them in a matter of like 5 minutes, maybe. From like start to finish. That thing took me like 7.5 hours last time I cleaned it. 7.5 hours to bust loose all the shit that was jammed up in the stem of it. It was the worst.
So that's why you talked about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're so excited
as
every
long as
time
it
you
took to
smoked it.
clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can hear the difference when he's cleaned it.
You can, definitely.
You really can.
Yep. Great liquor is not wrong. All ability to clean the first chamber is a must. And it wasn't even in the chamber, it was the the stem is on the outside and it feeds all the way from like the top of the or the middle of the top chamber all the way down to like the almost the bottom of the it feeds right directly into the percolator in the bottom chamber and it's really shit design now that I look at it. It's like, oh, why did you ever buy this fucking thing at all? Was the question. But that was like after like 4 hours of trying to clean it before I was just like filled it with alcohol as full as I could and I was like, let it sit until this shit dissolves. And eventually it dissolve and break loose and it was so gross. So much crap poured out of that.
I know, but it's very satisfying cleaning this.
It is.
It's one of the best things to clean, I think.
Yeah. I still like the little ones because they're so much easier to clean. Ah,
oh man. The kiddo just actually found the Pokemon water pipe. Yeah, it needs to be cleaned
It,
real bad. Oh my God.
well, not only that, but when you get like into the trade of marijuana, like then like they catch you with a distribution amount, then they try to lock you up, then it costs them money. It's like this is not how the revenue scam is supposed to work. And I guarantee you get more voluntary revenue. Like 30% tax is ridiculous, which is what I think it is here as well. But people pay that shit.
What's your guys' favorite way to smoke? To
Uh,
ingest?
I'm always gonna be like a medium to large size bong kid, which is funny because for the longest time I had thought I was too old to smoke bong. I
Why?
because like with just a regular ass bong, that can be really rough on the lungs the way I hit it. Like I hadn't really embraced like running it through two different things of water, like and how much that softens it, like it takes the harsh out of it. So there was a long time I was smoking glass pipe, yeah. Just a hand pipe for ages.
Hmm.
And it was super convenient. Like I still got all my pipes around, but it's like getting the bong that I got, the one that we're using right now, kind of kicked off uh the revolution of bringing the bong back, and now I've got like three different double chamber bongs of various sizes. Big
Okay,
fan of all of
Ninja,
them.
how do you smoke it?
Mm, I will normally have probably a joint or a pipe, but I am a bit partial to the bong. You can't go wrong with a bong. That would be the preference, I think. If I'm not eating it, that too. Well, no, I prefer to smoke it than eat it.
Yeah, edibles aren't really my thing. I enjoy them occasionally, but that would never be how I did my reefer primary.
See, I like the high from smoking better, but I
Yeah.
Yeah.
like the control from edibles better.
Yeah, it just makes me really lazy. Super fucking lazy. Edibles.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't find that at all, unless I get a little heavy-handed with them.
Well, if I ate enough to feel anything, I would have been numb.
Yeah, go Hagen's talking. He's got two J's rolled up. Or three.
I mean, that's old school. Go Hagen is the old school kind of dude. We got bong people. Go Hagen's a glass pipe guy. Great Liquor is the bong guy. Pipe second. Pipe joint. See, that's what used to be me. I was a pipe and joint kind of guy. I still, if I gotta go somewhere, like we'll go to the races. I'll bring like 3 or 4 joints with me
Mm.
when we go to the track because you obviously can't bring a bong to the track. Like
Yeah.
it's legal to smoke, but you still can't do that shit in public, like brazenly. So we'll go out to like all the way out to the almost where the shut off is at the track and just watch the races from the far end. Go blow one and then head back towards where everyone else is up by the burnout box and all the way out to basically the 300-foot line. And that's because people pay their kids and shit. It's respectful not to be
Yeah.
blowing a bunch of reefer around a bunch of small children. Like I try to maintain like a stoner code of ethics. And I've always been that way. I grew up with a lot of people I knew who just like blatantly smoke weed right in front of their own kids and shit. And it's like, I still don't agree, you know? I understand that the culture is changing. I'm still not with that. Like when, not little kids, like when they're older, like, you know, maybe whatever, like they're gonna figure it out sometime. But the young and impressionable minds, like, don't need to be thinking that shit needs to be normalized. Yeah, I do have a dugout as well. Little one hit, little wonder that I like to have in my bag at work. And that's just for when I'm annoyed with shit. Yep, that's exactly right, Great Liquor. Looks like I'm just over there smoking a cigarette by myself. A cigarette that never gets any shorter, and I have to keep relighting it because it keeps going out.
Exactly.
Yep, I keep that in my bag at work for just in case shit annoys me. Go have a meditation, take a couple of puffs, and just chill the fuck out. Damn.
Nice.
Go Higgins from Cali. For later when my brother gets home, there's Triangle Kush, Purple Candy, and another kind of weed, Papaya Punch Hash, and Purple Runs, OG Venom Sugar in the tip. That's a that's a that's a combat cocktail.
That's a 420 celebration.
Yeah.
I think
How quickly
what's
can we get there?
currently in my bong right now is a little bit of Durban Poison, some watermelon Skittles, White Rhino, Trainwreck, Blue Dream. I think that's it. Nope, I got some banana berry cheese in there as well.
Banana
And
berry cheese.
yeah, that's some stuff that we got from my my pops' cousin. I mean,
Weed's so crazy now.
it kind of is a little bit ridiculous.
I think it stinks more than it used to.
That's because they're making it way more potent than
I
it used
will
to be.
agree with that.
Yeah, that shit today. The shit today is like, man, if this is the type of life I had, like when I first started smoking, I have no idea where the fuck I would be right now.
No doubt. Because when it first
That shit
became legal here, the
linger.
first time I smoked like I did back in the day, and I was like, I don't understand words, and I have to go to bed.
Yeah. I mean, when you get into the realm of extracts, that's low numbers. Like I've seen 91 to 93% in certain waxes, and yeah, I've seen like 28% on flour, and it's like, yeah, I don't even believe that. Yeah, 28% is the thing, and then you smoke. It's like, holy fuck, yes, it is. Oh, this is stupid weed. Like, it's just like, and that's just normal now. That used to be like the most supreme treat if you could get some shit like that. It was grown somewhere like Cali, you know, like by somebody who really was like the cream of the crop, and it's it's like unreasonable that it made it all the way to Michigan. I don't know how the fuck this shit got here, but like now it's just like, oh yeah, that shit's literally what everybody's got. It's like, oh, my shit's 20%. It's like, cool, bro. Mine too.
It just
It's,
doesn't make sense that it's still illegal in places.
yeah, that's because places are stupid.
But it
That's like,
also, I still struggle with the fact that it's legal. Like, we can just be like, yeah, I'm going to the store to buy weed.
yeah, that's not something I struggle with, but I also don't go to the store to buy weed. It's like, yeah, just Of weed now.
I mean, it's just odd. It's odd. Like you go, they're like, "Here's a receipt for your marijuana," and I'm like,
Hmm.
"Thanks."
Cheers.
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 Cheers to everybody having legal weed now. Like, I remember droughts back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going through time where all I could find was really, really shit weed, and then there was times where you couldn't even find that.
Hmm.
And it's like, God, this is the most awful fucking thing.
I mean, we once got busted taking a walk and passing a joint between each other.
Yeah. Nowadays, they're not even going to look at you for that.
No, it is. See that Gohagan gets it. It is
Yeah.
weird the first time you're like, "What?"
I mean, the funny thing is, when that shit actually opened up here, we were under lockdown still. So when they first started opening the dispensaries here in Michigan, you couldn't even go inside. You had to browse their inventory online and like order curbside pickup, which was weird.
That's so weird. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
that was.
curbside pick up my marijuana.
But we did it. We did it. Me and my boy Rock used to get. We used to get the wax that like 94, 93% stuff. Doing like dabs. One dab will put you out like hard. He would do some big ass fucking dabs. And it's like, oh my god, like I look at his spoon when he scoops it. It's like, oh, I'm gonna die, aren't I? He's like, yeah, probably. I almost did die once. I thought my lung was gonna collapse. I coughed so hard.
Gohagan still never entered one.
Eh, I mean, curbside is honestly like if I could just buy everything that way. I mean, there's certain things like if you're going grocery shopping, you need to inspect your own meat and your own vegetables and stuff. But like if this is like prepackaged stuff and I can't look at it anyway, I'd just as soon you bring it to me. I don't want to get up.
Yeah, but they have sample days and you can go in and taste test everything.
Yeah, I've never seen that happen. I don't think that's a thing.
It is here.
I'm sure it is. I bet you it is probably in some of the places here. Like, there's a lot more dispensaries in town now than there were when it first started. And after a couple of trips, like you've tried the wax, you tried all the vape pens and stuff. Like, that shit's expensive, and I can just smoke for free and be high. So I don't even be spending a whole lot of time or money on any of that stuff. It's okay. It's all right for an occasional treat, and today would have been the day to do it. But I don't have like a dab rig set up, so no point in getting wax unless I was gonna like roll it in a joint. In which case, it's kind of not the optimal way to do that. You know what I mean?
Sort of.
Well, I also didn't want to get so fried that I fall asleep.
I
'Cause that's
might.
definitely doable.
Yeah. I was real sleepy like right before we started streaming.
Oh no.
But I got up early today.
Yeah.
And then I had to people all day.
Oh yeah. That'll take it out of you. But now you get to people with your people.
Yeah. Now that I'm with my people, I've perked up. So guys, I was wondering, what do you think would happen if birds all became lethal?
You mean they're not?
I mean, they do carry bird flu.
Yeah, but what if like robins and cardinals and finches.
Just started attacking.
Yeah,
Oh,
lethally
we're screwed.
attacking.
Because they're gonna aim for the eyes.
Well, I mean, if that were
Mhm.
the case, I guess we'd all be fucked. But in order for them to be lethal, they'd either have to be infected with something, in which case we're all fucked, or they would have to become like large enough to be a legitimate threat to a human, which means like eagle size or better. So basically, all birds are at least eagle size, which makes eagles like pterodactyl size. And yeah, we're s- we're still all fucked. Because imagine a hummingbird. Like, how's that going to be lethal?
Hummingbirds are already jerks.
Unless
They are.
unless it's got a machine gun mounted on the end of its beak that shoots tiny bullets.
And then we could just fill up the feeders with antifreeze. We're like, suck on this, hummingbirds.
I mean, I'd be more worried about the ever elusive humming bear because if you put up a hummingbird feeder and you attack the elusive humming bear, that's not something you want in your garden or your feeders.
And like crows, they remember faces.
Yeah,
Okay, hummingbirds. Have you seen a hummingbird up close?
not up close, but like at
Okay,
a
they have a
reasonable
really
distance.
long beak, right? Okay,
Mm.
it looks like a needle. So if
Yeah,
that thing decides to
it's a
get
big
mad at you
straw. It's a big straw.
and
Yeah.
flies
It's
directly
hollow.
into your eyeball,
It's
you're dead.
hollow.
You're gone.
Well,
I wear
I didn't. I
glasses.
mean,
It's not going to penetrate my glasses. It's hollow.
well,
It's a
also,
So
does
straw.
the
It's
hummingbird
taking
have
your
the
glasses off.
logic? It's working in tangent with all the other hummingbirds.
Hmm.
I
You grab
mean,
the glasses, I'll get the eye.
But they're smart
mhm.
enough to like think to go for our eyes, or would they just go for any part of us?
Or if they could, determine where a vein is, an artery, dude, it's
I
over.
don't think the tiny capacity of the minute hummingbird brain has the ability for independent thought. I
That's
think you're
what I
giving it
Well,
think.
way
then they're
too
gonna
much
tell me
credit.
when they're
I agree.
hungry.
Well, what if
Come
they all
fly at
had
me.
poisonous beaks then? There you go.
Then
Maybe they do, and we don't even realize it.
you'd be fucked if they bit you. But up until this point in time, a hummingbird has never bit me.
It'd be
I mean,
over
all
quicker
birds,
And
than
if they
going
candy.
back
if
to
they
the
s-
original.
if they suddenly started biting and they had venomous beaks, we'd all be fucked. Like they're faster than us.
Wasn't
We'd
that
have
the
to
We
start.
original thing? If all the birds were deadly?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but just because they're deadly doesn't mean that they're like gonna
gonna kill
start
you.
attacking you. It's like a rattlesnake is deadly, but usually if you're not fucking with it, it's not gonna bite you
I
if you
mean,
just
same
leave it
with
alone.
humans. We're
Yeah,
deadly.
yeah, and usually if you don't fuck with humans, they don't kill you.
Usually.
But yeah, usually if something kills you, like were you fucking with it? And the answer a lot of times is like, here lies Steve Irwin.
I was just
Fucked
gonna say,
around,
like
found
when
out.
Steve Irwin died, and
Yeah,
someone told me, and I was like, "Yeah, duh.
I mean
Who saw that coming?
he spent
Everyone."
his whole life fucking around with things that can kill you, and one of those things killed him. Duh.
Right.
I mean, yeah, who didn't see that coming? I definitely did.
A swarm of hummingbirds.
I'm gonna poke this snake with a stick.
I'm gonna
Oh,
pick
and
it up
look,
and go, "Oh,
this
it's
right here is the
striking at
most
me."
venomous snake on the entire continent of Asia. I'm gonna catch it with my bare hands, and then I'm gonna give it a kiss on the snout. Like, oh yeah, you're gonna get fucked one of these days, dude. Here lies Steve Irwin, fuck stingrays. He fucked around and he found out.
Yeah, Stingray said, "Enough." Perhaps the rest of the animal kingdom nominated the stingray, and he's like, "I'll do it."
I mean,
Maybe the stingrays had a duel.
yeah, he did die doing everything that gave his life purpose and meaning. So I'd say he had one of the more valiant deaths of people in the world
And
because
probably went out the way he would want to, I would think.
I mean, I don't think if sit anyone down and ask them like, how would you like to die? Stingray right through the middle of the chest, right into my ventricle. Nobody fucking says that.
Well, no, but I'm essentially no one wants to die, but like if you gotta go, don't you want
I
something
prefer
quick and
I prefer the Tyrion Lannister method. Uh, peaceful in my sleep at the age of 80 in my own bed.
yeah.
Something to that effect. Like,
Yeah, that I mean, that's ideal.
But then you don't go around poking deadly animals
yeah,
for
no,
fun.
I generally don't.
Boo.
I mean,
Maybe he
I
was just doing that to see which one got him. One of them's got to do it, haven't they? Come on.
I
Maybe
Is it
mean,
they all
you?
had
Is it
bets on
you?
it,
Is it
and he
you?
was like,
well,
"I
no.
did not bet on the stingray."
What
Yeah.
what he was trying to do was like do something no one else was stupid enough to do. Go catch and show off these ridiculously dangerous predators so that the world could see it. Like he brought joy to people by like interacting with things every single one of us is gonna nope the fuck out on.
And
Like,
in his
oh
defense, he did do it 5,000 times successfully. So
yeah, I
you're
mean
gonna gain some confidence with that.
he had a long successful career of handling these deadly animals, and this was a freak incident that like in 90%, 99% of other cases, if he didn't get done exactly the way he did, he would have survived. But like thing pierced his ventricle valve, I think, in his heart, and like he bled out. If I recall correctly, like it wasn't a venom thing; it was like it literally poked a hole right through the heart, and that's how you die.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they
So
let us pet stingrays at the zoo here.
right, but you probably aren't laying right over the top of a river, like basically right over the
No.
top of them. Like where you just boom right in the chest. Yep, stabbed his heart. Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew he got it like like right in the middle of it. It's like, oh, that's not good. That's not good. You need that part.
Did they rush him to the hospital? Did they remove the stingray or leave it attached?
I'm fairly certain he was so far out in the fucking boonies it didn't matter. Like there
They
was
were
no
like
saving. No,
done.
you weren't gonna get a life flight to him in time from anywhere. If I recall correctly, like they were not anywhere near civilization. And when you bleed out in that, you have a matter of like a couple of minutes, even with all efforts to like stop the bleeding. Like it's not like you can put a tourniquet on someone's heart, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's done.
I don't know why that makes me laugh. You
Yeah.
can't put a tourniquet on
I
someone's
actually,
heart.
if
The
I
item that
recall,
actually pumps the
no,
blood that we're
if
protecting the other.
I if I recall correctly, I believe I read that if they could have kept the fucking barb of the stinger in his heart, they could have saved him. But they removed the thing, pulled
That's
the
what I
thing
was
out,
asking
and
because
that's
you're
what
not.
killed
If you
him.
get a puncture wound, you're not supposed to remove it.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that's what happened. It got pulled out, and then he was like the dead almost instantly within a matter of a couple of minutes. Yeah, it's been a while since that happened, and I did definitely read about it when it happened. I was like, ah, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, that's what I said
Just
too.
surprised me. But yeah, that sucks. I mean, that dude was entertaining, and I did watch quite a few of his things, but like I had never seen all of them, and probably never will. When I heard he died, like fucking around with the deadliest animals in the world, like, and this was the one that got him was the thing for me as well. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't have bet the stingray either.
I wonder what animal he would have bet on.
I mean, I think he fucked with like black mambas, and those are like the most deadly venom snake. Like crocs, like can whip you. Yeah, they never did get the stingray that got him either. Like it's gone.
So the stingray like stabbed him and then swam away.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
like spooked the
So this
stingray. And he's like,
stingray
"Pop,
was like,
you fucked.
not only
I'm
did I
out.
take out your heart, I'm
I'm out."
removing.
Yeah,
That
yeah. Like
stingray changed the world and he doesn't even know it.
I'm still free after I murdered your hero. Yeah, stingray was not on my bingo card. Like,
No.
I mean, when you like, I'm gonna go like wrestle this crocodile. Like that's probably way more likely to be the thing that gets you, or at least like fucks you up enough to where you quit. But where you get incident
He
with a
just kept
stingray and you're dead.
going.
Yeah.
His family's still going with it.
Are they really?
Yeah, they still mess around with the animals. They have like
Oh,
their own zoo and stuff, don't they?
I
Don't they
mean,
have like a koala clinic in Australia for the koalas with chlamydia?
Don't
those are
all koalas have chlamydia?
I think they do.
some dangerous animals as well. They're more dangerous than
Like,
you would
don't
imagine them to be
Have you
because
heard
they're
him
kind of
scream?
adorable.
It's terrifying.
must they
No,
have
I
like all
haven't.
of the chlamydia?
I've just seen like a close up of what their claws look like, and it's like if that thing just like tried to climb on you inadvertently, you're gonna get shredded.
Yeah,
But
well,
if it
and
was
they
pissed off,
stink
you're
and they're not soft.
no, they look cute in pictures, but I
Yeah,
don't
they're
think they'd be as
adorable in
cute.
pictures.
I don't think they'd be as adorable in real life.
Well, and I'm telling you, listen to him scream. That's throaty and
Yeah, I
scary.
would have
So,
bet on an alligator or some
I,
variety of venomous snake.
Yeah, I would have bet on a snake.
But see, the thing about that is when they know they're going hunting snakes, they bring the shit that is like not Narcan, but like
the
like epinephrine. They
anti-venom.
bring antivenoms and shit to neutralize that before they even go out there. But like, if you get into it with a gator, like, I mean, there's no antivenom for I ripped you in half.
I death rolled you under the water.
Yeah, I death rolled you, drowned you, and tore you to bits. There's no antivenom for that, like the snakes. The snake hunt's like, I mean, unless you're fucking with stuff like black mambas, not as dangerous as one might think because they always have like emergency kits and they still have emergency professionals, but like there's no
My friend is
emergency
the
procedure
person.
for I ripped you in half.
My friend is the person in my city that takes the anti-venom to the hospital.
Awesome.
I would
Not
not
Where
want
do
really.
the
they get?
job
Where do they get it from?
The zoo?
Oh,
from a snake.
Yep.
oh yeah, you gotta make it from the snake venom.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So when they know what kind it is, she goes and gets it. The anti-death roll kit.
I mean, I saw the cutest meme once, and it was a guy shark diving, and the thought bubble over a shark was like, "Oh no, uh, someone put a human in a cage." It's like, "I'll save you, little buddy," and then you see the shark just attacking the cage. Uh, it's like,
That is funny.
imagine being in that shark cage. That's all I can say about that. Like, uh, the world needs more of this type of humor, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
I'll save you, little buddy.
Maybe that's what that poor little raccoon was trying to do to Juju. It was trying to come in and be like, "Look, I'm gonna help you get you out of this house."
No, that's not
No,
how raccoons think.
he went in an oatmeal cream pie.
You know, like, you got any
Please
snacks?
hoping you had one.
If you got snacks, that'd be cool.
That's all he wanted was snacks. And then I ticked him off so bad by slamming the door in his face that he threw trash all over my yard. Brought a razor into my yard. I
And
feel
left
like that's
cheese by
just a
your car.
mild threat. Left a
A
hunk of cheese
cheese.
out in the street.
Okay, so I don't really want to shill other people's shows, but if anybody's on X and is familiar with the two retards at the Paul and Doug show,
Yeah.
they do a segment of their show. It's called Classic Movie Review, and I
Mhm.
just happened to peek at Twitter just now, and I seen this classic movie review voting ends Wednesday, and the options are SLC Punk, Clueless, Thank You for Smoking, and What's Eating Gilbert Grape. And I know that voting for Clueless is absolutely the degenerate thing to do because then they have to watch and review the movie Clueless with Alicia Silverstone. So if you have the Twitter Bird platform, go vote for Clueless to make sure that that wins. It's already a massive favorite, like 10 votes. It's got 60% of the vote, but let's make sure that stays out there in front.
Oh, they're
It's for the
totally having
meme.
to watch Clueless.
Hmm.
What if they like Clueless and wanted that to be the choice?
Yeah, I don't think so. Paul might. He's weird.
I'm
I
just
don't
setting
think
up
Doug.
my X so I can vote.
Joining out of all the things to join the Tweeter Birds for,
Yeah, I know.
I
Who'd have thunk it?
I don't think that it should ever be a thing.
Did y'all hear that they're going to start charging you to post on Twitter?
No,
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
That'll
all
There's
narrow it
hear
down.
that the
that's gonna be the
House
end of it.
voted to ban TikTok in the States if the Chinese owner didn't sell it?
They snuck that into the funding of Ukraine bill. I did hear that.
Yep.
Yeah, this is my not surprised face.
I know. This is like shocking.
If there's one thing the government is good at, and it's literally the only thing good the government is good at, is making sure that it does things to protect its own power. Look at that. Clueless. uh, I know that's the bad choice because that's the one that's winning, and their audience is a bunch of degenerate heathen shits.
Only 11 people have voted.
Yeah. You see what I voted for because I seen what the game was. I was like, oh yeah, let's get them to watch that.
What other
So yeah,
movies have they reviewed? Someone
uh,
else just voted.
yeah, and it wasn't
It was
for
me.
Clueless.
Nice. We saw Cat Ninja's vote tallied in real time.
Hold on. What have they watched? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I
You
catch the
don't
show
actually watch
live,
them?
if I catch the show live, it's for the reels.
Or thirsty.
No, I mean I will say what's up to Firsty, but I go there for Doug's reels.
I know.
I can't remember, and he doesn't leave the polls up. He also posts way too much on Twitter. That fucking Paul. See these damn anonymous messages that he does.
I think Clueless might have more votes.
Did you go vote?
I did.
You have a Tweeterbird account?
I do. I just don't use it
I
very
was about to say, I
much.
bet you I don't follow you on Tweeterbird. I didn't know that until just
Yeah,
now.
because I don't. It's like there's nothing really happening on there anymore, and yeah.
Doug's vote is SLC Punk. What was this poll? This was, last week's was The Wrestler 1974, The Wrestler 2008, Lord of War, and SLC Punk. So,
I think they're trying to do SLC Punk because they just keep putting it on there.
yeah, it's Doug that's trying to do that.
Well, eventually
So,
it'll just be all four choices are SLC Punk, and
no,
then
he literally only gets one option. So, SLC Punk goes up against 3 different contenders every week.
now no one will give it to him since he wants it
It's,
so bad.
well, you have to vote for Clueless in this space because I'm pretty sure Paul did not nominate Clueless. But if he did, then I have secretly sided with Paul, and I am awful. But yeah, if you follow Sibrev, like, go vote for Clueless because I said so, and because I'm a shit weasel.
You are a shit weasel.
Funny thing is, I have 8 people watching on X, so now they can all go vote for Clueless on Sibrev's page
Do
as
it,
well.
8 people on X. Do it.
Yeah. I hope one of them is Paul. He'll be like, "Oh no, you're the worst."
But not so
Yeah.
chipper. He'll be like, oh no.
Shout out to all the people on the X platform and all the great folks on the Rumble side. We got 15 sets of eyes. That's 30 eyeballs.
Look how
Hopefully.
cool the great look how cool the great liquor looks. The Rumble chat looks with liquor's eyes
Mhm.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It's so wicked. I love it.
Yeah. They're all moving in synchronous orbit.
I think I spent the last 10 minutes just looking at that.
Why
It's
are you
so
looking
great.
at
I
that?
love it.
It's a
Do I talk
lot.
about it every time you show up in chat, Great Liquor?
I feel like
That's
I'm being
weird.
watched. Well, y'all, I am gonna have to bounce out of here. I gotta go pick a kiddo up from work and go walk a dog before she gets any more angry at me.
So you're gonna bring us in the car on 5G then? That'll be
I
fun.
wish my phone had 5G.
You live in the Stone Age.
Yeah, we don't get crap for service around here. I'm lucky my internet has held up this long tonight.
Well,
So
alright, Small Mouse, and drive safely.
Yeah,
All
Mousy.
right, happy
Take care.
420.
Happy
Happy
420
420.
to
See
you.
y'all
Oh wait, you're
later.
not driving. You have a
No, I'm
chauffeur.
not. The other kiddo's driving
Tell your
that
chauffeur
I'm
to
riding with.
drive correctly and
Hopefully
avoid
they'll pass me
caffeine.
a legitimate license in 2 weeks. So that's what we're
yeah.
going for.
Then you don't have to go along anymore. Just be like, yeah, go pick them up.
I'll be like, here's the keys, go get them.
Yeah.
You know the way.
Like, you know the way, don't hit any deer. There you go. All right, bye, y'all.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, Mousen. Then there were 3.
And then there were 3.
So what do you think, Bijou?
About
I don't know.
life in general, the universe, the number 42.
Mhm.
42 is just the first part of 420.
Cheers.
And
Yeah,
and
cheers.
and if you read it, it's 4202024. It's the same
It's a
forwards and
palindrome.
backwards. Yeah, it's a palindrome. Isn't that dope?
If we weren't on YouTube, I'd say play I palindrome I.
I almost titled the stream 4202024, but I didn't do it. I fail.
Are you regretting that now?
Yes, actually, I am. But I had a feeling that it's one of those if you know things, and people might not know,
Yeah,
I didn't
because
want to confuse people.
and I saw a dumb thing the other day where someone goes, "Look how many palindromes there are in April this year. When's the last time this happened?" And I was like,
Um,
March 23. Like,
yeah. No shit.
like,
Uh, Before that, it was February 22.
I know. I'm like,
But let's
okay.
not. Let's just not.
Let's just be amazed by it and impressed.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
hey, you noticed
so,
this year. Kudos to
so
you.
awesome. Yeah. Ah, I am unreasonably baked.
Are you?
Mm.
I don't
Like, mine's
know.
already setting in, but
I feel like I could probably smoke more. It would help if Cat Ninja would sing us a song.
yeah,
Would you?
sing to us, Cat Ninja.
What do you want to hear? Any request?
Nah, you go ahead.
Yeah, what?
Mm.
Sing what your heart wants us to hear.
Oh, okay. That's easy. Ready?
Ready?
Excellent. Well done, Cat
So
Ninja.
good.
You're like
God,
my
like
heart
the
wants you to
voice
hear
of an angel.
fucking nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what I'm gonna sing.
You have to
That's what I
listen
thought
with
you'd
your
say.
soul.
Uh-huh.
If you've
If you know,
heard
you
it,
know.
you're a changed
If you
person.
know, you
Uh-huh.
know.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, see, Great Liquor heard it.
See? Mm-hmm.
so much shit
You gotta
happened
be high
today,
enough. So
What
much
happened
shit
today?
happened.
and I missed all of it. Oh, nothing important. Just like my entire YouTube feed has got like I don't know. I'm backlogged on content about 6 hours of shit that I have to watch specifically with a friend. So
I haven't looked at YouTube yet since I got home.
yeah, and I'm just like damn Saturdays.
You know what I did realize today? First of all, I worked in a state
Wow.
sale, everyone. That's where I was. That I think most serial killers stop or shop at estate sales for
You think so?
supplies.
For
Yeah.
supplies?
Yeah.
What?
Kitchen knives.
Well,
stuff.
we were selling cleavers today that like
Ah.
were big enough they could take off a human head.
What?
And everyone's
So
like,
like butcher shop cleavers then?
yeah, like they
Okay.
were, I mean,
These are not your average meat cleavers. These are things that are designed for industrial work.
yes,
Yeah, they could probably split your head in half too, when
for
wielded
sure.
correctly.
How many did you get, Juju? One
I
each?
got none. How many did I
Ah.
see? A
How many
lot.
did you sell?
I think we only sold 4. But I will tell you, if you want to look intimidating, walk around a house holding a cleaver that is 18 inches big. I'm like, that's
Yeah, yeah,
terrifying.
that's a very very large piece of knife
Yeah.
right there.
Well, and this woman walked into the room I was sitting in carrying one of those cleavers, and she had on
Wielding a
coveralls.
giant cleaver. No, when you have something that big in your hand, you are not carrying, you are wielding.
Yeah, she was wielding a giant
Wielding a
cleaver.
giant cleaver. Okay, so I'll
And she's
follow.
like, "Will you cut me a deal on this cleaver?" And I was like,
I mean, you cut me
"No."
a deal. You cut me a deal on that cleaver. Like, well, you cut me a bear with that cleaver.
But then, so okay, multiple things happened. One, she's wearing coveralls, and I was like suspicious.
Uh huh.
Two, she also purchased a giant butcher block, and she goes, "I'm gonna put the butcher block in my living room, and put this cleaver on top of it." And I was like,
Awesome.
"I think you're murdering people in your living room."
I feel
That's
like
just
your
the
imagination.
conclusion I
I, f-
made.
I feel like your imagination is jumping directly to the St. Louis of things.
Well, that's where this
So
incident occurred.
accurate then?
And
I
then I was like,
mean,
because at estate sales, we sell literally everything in the house. And if you watch like Dateline and all those, they'll go, this person went to Home Depot and purchased a tarp, ropes, like everything they
right?
used in the murder, a shovel. And then I'm like, oh, or you could just go to an estate sale, pay less for it, and not
Yeah.
have the
Cameras watching you all the
yes.
time, and credit card records because you pay cash at estate
Yep.
sale.
So that's how they're
I
getting
not
away with
not
it,
that I
everyone.
know anything. Actually, I've been to many, many estate sales because I had a really well, the chick that I was into for a while that uh was an antiquer and would like go buy shit from estate sales from people who generally didn't know what the hell they had and sell it online for what is approximate retail value and make significant bank doing so.
Yep.
So I think I've been to like 7 or 8 of those, and they're largely boring, and the shit there is largely useless and worthless.
Yeah, because we all have the same crap in our house, but people buy it. Like, here's the thing, the meat cleavers are not the weirdest thing I sold today.
The dildos?
No. You know what? I meant to ask about that because I'm like, we have never sold dildos. But people must clear those out before we get in there.
I imagine like things people don't want being found. You know, that's just free shit that's going to be cleared out. How many weapons have you sold? Firearms specifically.
Um, there's some rule about firearms.
Yeah, that'd be the gay TF.
Yeah. Because, like, technically we can't sell food either. So we're like, don't eat it. And then we sell it to you. Like, we can't sell mattresses, but we sell the bed frame that comes
Right?
with a mattress. We're like, here you go.
Yeah, this mattress was just laying over here next to the dumpster with a free sign on it.
Yeah.
But only if you buy this bed frame for like
$250.
$1,200.
Right.
I heard somebody did that. I heard somebody gathered up a box of used dildos and sent it to the president, Joseph Biden, on Valentine's Day. Something about because you fucked us all so much, I wanted to just tell you you can go fuck yourself. And they arrested him, according to what I read.
Why? Because that's considered aggressive, threatening.
Yeah. You expect them to explain like why they arrested this man? I mean, they just said they arrested him for doing it. I don't even know what they alleged because I don't think there's a crime there.
No, that's what I'm like. They're
It's
like,
like, what are they alleging that he did here? But it's probably because it's a threat, some kind of.
what if he had sent, you can buy like candy shaped like dicks. What if he had sent that with
Eat a
them?
bag of dicks. Just get
Yeah.
bags and bags full of them, and eat all the dicks. In fact, I will have a. I mean, I don't know.
If you were a
Sure.
judge in the courtroom and that person walked in and they're like, "So you mailed the president a lot of used dildos. Why are we wasting my time with this?"
Did you know that Tucker Carlson was just on Rogan
No.
and they talked about a guy from some really fringe black nationalist socialist group that said something critical of the Biden regime's foreign policy, and they're trying to throw that guy in jail for his speech too. They're claiming something like a threat to civil liberties or some shit like that. I don't know. I was half listening and trying to like do other shit at the same time, and I was really stoned. But like, oh yeah, it's a good look to be trying to throw people in jail, and this is the like federal DOJ trying to do it. So this comes from right up at the top.
Well, I'd like to point out Great Liquor's last comment.
Joey's for twat. That's a old joke,
I know what
but a
a
good one.
kid.
But a good one. I'm sure Cat Ninja doesn't want to talk about American politics because they don't affect Cat Ninja.
Yeah, you talk about whatever you want. It's good to hear you two talking. I like it.
Well, I don't want you to think that you're left out of the conversation.
No.
Because
No, I'm good. Don't worry.
Because Darth and I can't shut our mouths. We're like, everyone, listen to us.
I have said for the longest time that you and I doing a show would probably be good for the world, but not great for us.
Why do you think it wouldn't be great for us?
Because I think we would get on each other's nerves after a time.
I
Do
think you
you?
two
Or do you think it
great
would bring
stream.
us closer?
Yeah.
It could be that too. But it's a
Well-
terrifying concept, like if we were to get on each other's nerves.
Like, we already do that.
Exactly. That's
And
what I'm
then we just
talking
bring
about.
it to the public. We're like, hey,
No,
you know how often we get along?
yeah, well, we're gonna fight it out publicly now on a regularly scheduled basis for the world to
Excellent.
see.
Good.
I
You heard
think
it here
people would
first.
love it.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
definitely see that bringing us closer together.
Can confirm. We want to see it. Bring it to the people.
Uh,
And then we'd have to place bets like how many episodes before Darth gets me to yell at him. Because I'm not inclined to yell.
how long is an episode?
Let's go with 1 hour.
I will set the line at 3.25 episodes.
You think?
Yep.
I was going to give it longer than that.
I was gonna give it 0.25 episodes, but then you said they're only 1 hour long, so I mean, if we were going for 3 hours, I could probably get you to yell at me at least once in the first hour. I don't think you've ever yelled at me. Define yelling.
I started to one time.
I don't think
They-
that's gonna work.
In
I
my
yelled
defense, you
back.
were yelling at me. So
I mean,
I responded in kind.
like I said, I yelled back, so if you yell at me and I'm already yelling at you, my initial instinct is to yell louder because you've decided to respond with yelling, so I must escalate at this point.
I believe that is what occurred. Is we both just we're like, you know what? Let's go with escalate.
Yeah, let's just wake up and choose violence this morning.
Yep. You know what
As
I'm
we
gonna
do, as we
Take it
do.
all out on my friend.
I mean,
I'm mildly mad at them. but
We
they're gonna get
only
everything.
we only hurt the ones we love.
It's what we do.
Yeah,
What would our show be?
I don't know. What would it be? There's so much that we could talk about.
Yes.
But what could we talk about? Like, we would have to talk about a lot of things because there's no one thing we could talk about forever.
Forever.
But it would probably have to be like whatever the topic of like the week is at that time. I'm assuming we would do this like once a week, right? Or once a month. Like, we talk about like whatever the relevant thing is. Like, we could say take the most relevant political topic, the most relevant cultural topic, uh, whatever, like whatever makes big news. We could talk about that because you and I usually can't agree on too many things. It's because you're a woman, but at least
Yeah.
we can agree on that.
That's true. We
We
do
didn't
agree.
even
A
we
woman.
didn't even need to hire a biologist.
What tipped you off? My tears and kind manner?
Mm,
Careful.
right.
I was like, watch yourself now.
Uh, I
Okay.
mean, I can't judge you too harshly. Like, as much as you think in emotions, I think in emotions way more than I ought to for somebody who seems to have such a deep understanding of how valuable logic and rationality is. I do tend to be like a really drunk, emotional crybaby a lot, and
But
that
don't
can be
you think
mean.
that's like the nature of humans?
Oh, absolutely, but not me.
I know. I pride myself on my like pragmatism and logic, and then I can also throw that right out the window and go fully emotional. But see, at least I can say, well, I'm a woman.
Yeah, I can't do that. It's unfortunate.
Hmm. I'm gonna let that go. But I'm gonna note it
So,
for later. So go
here's a
on.
question for you.
All right, I'm
What
listening.
is worse, Trump derangement syndrome or Daddy Trump syndrome?
Daddy Trump.
You think so?
Gotta
Yeah.
be.
Gotta be.
Hmm.
See, I agreed as well, but I wanted to see like that seems to be fairly unanimous, except for when I saw the question posed, I realized that both of these things are essentially inherently the same thing. So clearly, the correct answer is climate change.
Hmm. Well,
Everything is climate change.
I mean, climate change is the natural course of Earth. It's what Earth does. We just happen
Yes,
to be in like a stagnant period of
it's
climate change.
it's literally the weather. Did you know that we're in an ice age?
Are we?
Yeah, there's ice at the poles of the earth. That means we're in an ice age.
Oh.
That's what that literally means. I didn't know that, but apparently, well, I was told like this is allegedly. That's allegedly what that means. And apparently, like there has been periods of the earth where like we haven't had ice on the surface of the earth at all.
Really?
Yeah, and everything was fine. Nobody died. Of course, I think that was like before we started writing shit down. So
So maybe everyone died and we just didn't note it.
older because of getting older because of climate change, staying cold because of climate change, moving to I don't even know where your state is. Are you another one of them Californistanis?
I'm getting older because of
Because
climate
moving to
change.
California would be the result of climate change as well. Like uh, severe mental retardation is the direct result of climate change. Oh yeah, the eclipse and the earthquake in New York also the result of climate change. I heard that on The View, or I heard that on a clip of The View where people were making fun of The View host Sonny Hostin, I think, for blaming the eclipse that we had what was it, a couple weeks ago, and the earthquake that was right around that time that emanated from Trump's Bedminster golf club. Both of those things are the fault of climate change. And I was like, oh man, I stubbed my toe. Climate change.
Damn you, climate change.
Drop my phone in the sink. Climate change. I was smoking the bong, and the the fiery bits sucked in and got in the water and made the water gross. Climate change.
Let's start. Every once in a while we'll just declare climate change is in retrograde.
I mean, we need to. We need to put.
Oh, that's
We
We'll
genius.
be like, climate change goes into retrograde on the
we need
first,
to
everyone.
put. We need to put climate
That's
change
perfect.
into remission. I mean, Barack Obama being president is climate change. Thank you.
Great, like your Trump did it and climate change help.
Yeah.
Climate change did it, and Trump and Putin conspired to further advance it. Thank you. God. Uh, the bridge in Maryland collapsed due to climate change and white supremacy because white supremacy causes climate change, or the I think climate change causes white supremacy. I don't know, but climate change is in retrograde. Thank you. So
Changes in
be careful.
retrograde.
Be careful.
Heard it here first.
Ah,
We'll just pick random months where we'll be like, oh, it's in
yeah,
retrograde this month.
yeah. What does that mean? Like, what does climate change being in retrograde mean for the climate? Like, if somebody asks us what does that mean, do we just shrug them and be like, "I don't know, climate change is in
We'll be
retrograde"?
like,
Like,
ask Mercury.
yeah, Mercury does it all the time. Now climate change is doing it.
I know.
Fuck, I don't know.
Well, in retrograde doesn't mean it's going backwards or it looks like it's going backwards.
I have no idea what it means. I've just heard the statement and didn't care enough to
I know.
learn what it meant. Astrology is it's a pointless, boring distraction, to be honest.
Well, Cat Ninja and I are going to study astrology. We're really
Are
hopping too
you?
on that.
Are you really?
We're going to find out what retrograde means.
Oh, that is awesome.
Step number
Finally,
one.
finally, I'll
Look-
know something about this bullshit nonsense science.
All right.
Are you guys gonna do astrology? Like, are you gonna look up at the sky and then tell what the future is? That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
apparently.
mean, first, let me check my fifth house of the sun sign. I don't even know if that's a thing. I'm making
I
stuff up.
wonder if I
Sun sign's
brought
a
up.
thing.
You
Fifth
should
house is
learn
the
how to.
thing.
You should learn how to read the natal chart and what all the bullshit means.
Mm.
Yeah.
You
I'm going to
two,
start with
not
cardinal
me.
signs.
Yeah. Aries, number one.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it looks as if it's going the
Arizona.
other direction.
Arizona. That's a Cardinal sign, isn't it? Arizona Cardinals. I think that's a football team.
Oh, they are.
St. Louis is also Cardinal country.
Mm-hmm.
It's a baseball team, though.
Yep. Cardinal Nation, they call
I
it.
wonder what would happen if St. Louis Cardinals played Arizona Cardinals.
Cardinals will win.
Climate change.
Climate change, yeah. Climate change would definitely happen.
Yeah. Climate change. Wouldn't know what hit it.
Hey, did you see all that flooding in Dubai? Climate change. It's definitely caused by climate change and not cloud seeding. I saw that on the news. Then you're supposed to tell people that. Do you know what cloud seeding is?
Yes.
Yeah.
They put fucking microparticles of salt in the atmosphere to artificially
To
suck up
make
all
it
the
rain.
moisture. It was
Mm.
100% cloud seeding. And they had like documented evidence that they've been trying to do cloud seeding in Dubai for like a long time. It's like, yeah, too much, too much,
Mhm.
too effective.
In conclusion, cloud seeding works too well.
You stole whose football team? St. Louis's football team?
Our football. Didn't our team go to? Where'd our team go?
I don't know exactly
Oh,
where Great
did it?
Liquor
Did
is.
they go to Phoenix?
I'm pretty sure the last I knew, uh, the Rams went back to LA for a bit, and then I don't follow the NFL, so I don't fucking know. But
I
I'm pretty
thought it
sure that
was LA, but then I bailed on that at the last minute.
no, I'm pretty sure they went back to LA for a bit, and then I don't know where they went after that. Like, I don't follow the NFL because I don't give two shits about pro football at all, unless Tom Brady's playing in a Super Bowl. Then I'll just watch to watch him win again because it makes people so mad to see the goat doing goat things.
I used to vend. I was a vendor at the stadium when the Rams played.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in your younger years.
in my younger years, yes.
I mean, the Rams weren't even in St. Louis all that long, were they? Like,
95 to 2015.
yeah, like I said, I used to care about the NFL back in the day, but I haven't watched it in a long time, and I don't care anymore. Like,
After working the games, I too don't care about the NFL.
well, I mean, you can't blame the game of football for
The
being in a live
fans.
venue. Yeah, well, I mean, any type of live venue setting. Like, if you were working concerts, would you like start hating live music? I don't know if you could do that
I think that's a different scenario.
because you like live music way more than you ever liked football, so it's easy for you to hate football. But you can't blame the football for like the fact that you're in a live venue setting. Like, that's gonna
Yeah,
be
but I
awful.
also worked baseball games.
Oh, baseball games are fine.
It
Yeah.
depend on the
So the
concert
St.
you had to work as well.
So the
Some of
St.
those could
Louis
drive you
Rams
crazy.
fans are a problem, and the St. Louis Cardinals fans are not. I have a hard time believing that
Well, I'm going to tell you why. It's
because you like
because
baseball more than football.
no, it's because of what I sold. And the
Oh,
Rams
crack!
fans, no, because I didn't sell alcohol.
Oh,
And the Rams
oh.
fans were all there for alcohol. I mean, they were drunk when they got in.
I mean,
So then when
football
you're walking
fans
in
tend
front
to
of them
be
with like a
much
bowl of
drunker
cotton
than other
candy,
people.
they're like, get out of the way.
Oh, the Cardinals were stolen from somewhere.
If you were that rich, would you buy a team?
I would buy a league if I was that rich.
Hmm. I would not. I'd buy an island before I bought a team.
Mm.
Yeah, but an island can't make you money. A team can make you money.
No, but an island can get me away from everyone.
Yeah, but then I can come conquer your island.
But are you going to?
Do you even have a military force to protect your island?
I got a lot of stingrays.
Oh, well, I
Happy
guess.
420. Cheers.
Hey,
Oh shit!
420.
It's 420 for the British kids. Happy 420 to all of you weirdos in England. That's literally just you, Cat Ninja.
Is that how you're going to say it to me, is it? Come on.
Happy 420.
Kitty Ninja.
Cheers, Kitty Ninja.
Yeah.
But can we hear
Cheers.
you say soccer, Cat Ninja?
Oh,
I don't know, twice in a week. Mm,
no.
It's my favorite.
I'll say it to you later, Juju.
All right.
Oh,
So I can go to sleep with that
soccer.
sweet, sweet. I know, it's so good.
Hmm.
Soccer. I can't even do it. You, yeah, you do.
She puts like a hard A in there. Soccer.
Soccer.
Say it normally. That's how I say it.
I
No,
know,
that's
it's
how you
just
say it when you're like
adorable.
mocking us.
No, I'm saying you say it normally, and that's how I say it.
Football.
Mm,
Football.
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 Now I don't know how I say words because we've thought about it too much.
I mean, this is what happens when you give any one thing too much focus.
Wait, I'd like to, Michael Hagan, would you like to be responsible for defense of the island that I purchased?
What? Are you hiring Gohagan?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Gohagan's the official government of Juju Bee Island. Fuck this show, I'm out.
The
I'm gonna go to a
rule
different
is
island.
everyone be cool.
I mean, but that rule of everyone be cool is enforced by the threat of violence.
No, it's enforced by, we'll just be like, we're not hanging out with you then. We're going to be like that today. Go back to your side of the island. Then you have to go home and be sad and alone.
And in the water with the stingrays.
Yeah. Go swim with the stingrays for a while and think about your attitude. That's why I had to hire Go Hagen. My strategy was not working. What if I said we may have Steve Irwin's stingray there?
Hmm.
Wait, where? What? What? Where? No.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
May.
Man, this island's getting worse all the time.
Approach at your own risk.
Yeah, it was a happy place. Then we brought in defense.
I dug a moat around my castle on the island. It's full of all the stingrays that killed Steve Irwin. So there's literally
And
just
their
one
offspring.
stingray in one stingray in a moat by itself. Like you don't want to mess with it. Trust me.
It's real angry because it's all alone. It's like, I hate this island. I'm going to get everyone on
It's had a terrible day. Ah,
it.
you guys are crazy people. Especially you, Bijou.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. Because you are.
And we love
Crazy.
it.
I mean, yeah, it's awesome. Like, I didn't try to imply that it was a bad thing. It's probably not even a true thing. Cat Ninja's probably the. They always say it's the quiet ones you gotta watch.
Yep. I firmly agree with that.
And I will
Mhm.
say that George Carlin did a whole bit about he contested that, and he said that I bet while you're like say you're at a bar, right? And there's a guy in the corner. He's got a book and a beer, and he's reading his book, minding his own business. And
Mhm.
then there's a guy up at the bar, banging on the bar with a machete, screaming, "I'm gonna kill the next motherfucker who walks in that door." Who are you gonna watch?
The machete guy.
Yeah, because while you're watching the quiet one, the noisy one will fucking kill you.
Yeah, but he's told you what he's going to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So you
What
might
if
want
I
to watch
struck up
him.
conversation with him and I was like, "Sir, did I sell you that machete?" Distract him and let the
Would you
quiet
Hey,
like
guy
hey,
make
another one?
it
hey! Would you like to come check out my selection of meat cleavers?
move. Right. Tomorrow it's 50% off. See? That then we're giving the quiet guy a chance to get in there.
And read his book and sip his beer.
He's
Mind
reading
his own
the
business.
art of not giving a fuck.
Yeah. He's reading The Art of War. What are you talking about? What do you think the quiet ones read?
um, I don't know. Kurt Vonnegut.
I mean, that's quite possible, I guess. I can't speak for the quiet ones.
And I don't think they want you to.
They might. You never know.
They would never say.
Fair.
I do think Cat Ninja is the most lethal amongst us, though.
Absolutely. Without question.
In what way?
I think it
Huh?
goes in the reverse order that everyone would think.
Yeah, 100%. Like,
Probably
I
right.
am by far the most harmless. I am very blustery, though. Like, I'm very loud, like a chihuahua.
Yes.
Cat Ninja is very quiet, like a, a very imposing pit bull that if it even growls, you take fucking notice immediately. Because that thing doesn't even growl ever. She's just chilling. And then she growls and says, "What the fuck? What happened? What's going on? What I do?" And you're backing up really quickly with your hands in there before you even know it. And then there bees you in the middle. You got a stinger.
But I don't use it often.
Well, isn't it true that if you use the stinger, you die?
Yep, I only have one shot, so
Yeah. We don't want that.
Use it wisely.
Oh no. You know
yeah.
damn well I didn't do it. Gay
Uh-uh.
tube.
And we can't see him back behind the scenes, so there's no. They never got to us. Like Google did it.
I mean, I don't have anyone. Do I have anyone moderating the YouTube chat? I
I
know
have it
everyone was
pulled
looking
up.
at the Rumble chat, but
When he said that in chat, I went over and looked at it, and there's nothing.
yeah. Do we gotta give Go Hagen a wrench so this gay shit don't happen?
Well, sometimes
I feel like
if Google gets it, they just get it. You
yeah,
know.
but I mean, I feel like if you got a wrench, it never gets got.
I don't know if that's true or not.
I feel like it is. I feel like only Go Hagen knows the messages YouTube got. So when I put this wrench on him, he can repeat them and see if we
Yeah.
can see them. That'll be an interesting little experiment to
I
do.
was like, I like this experiment. Do it.
I see where this is going. Hold on, I have to bring up the stream myself because I don't.
I've got YouTube up. I can't see any of it. I can't see what's missing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it never made it to us.
Mm-hmm. We're going to see if they take it after I put a red shot up. He's going to repeat it.
And together we'll learn. And be real quiet.
My bad, I was focusing.
All right, Cat
Promoted.
Ninja. While we're focusing,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to come up with a question for us.
What question?
I don't know. I mean, I threw out there, what if birds become lethal?
Okay.
I actually have an expansion on that question at some point. But Cat Ninja has to ask a question first.
No, go on. I want to hear the expansion on that question.
No, because this is actually a thing they're trying to do.
Well, and we have to have Michael Hagan put a chat in there that got yanked and see if it'll get yanked again.
Yep, Go Hagen's been
And I'll
promoted now,
try and
so
think
he
of a
can
question.
say what he
Yeah,
said
I
and
bought you
see
some
if
time.
remove it.
Thanks.
Well, you said, what if birds become lethal? Do you know that they're actively trying to make insects larger because they want to make them like a primary food source?
What, like they did with cows?
Do
Growth
they make
hormones.
cows bigger?
Essentially.
You feed them
Oh.
growth hormones, yeah.
I mean, yeah, they make them develop faster. They don't make them bigger. They just
Mm,
I
develop
don't know.
full
Have you seen
size
chicken now
faster.
compared to chicken in the 90s?
I
No,
have
you've
seen
seen those udders? You
I,
are what
I
you
have
eat.
seen I've seen chicken at the store compared to like chicken on a farm.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I mean, it's like
Yeah.
turkey sized chicken now.
Yeah. The chickens are large. Most of that shit's water.
Yes, but
I feel like they inject them to make them weigh more so they can sell them to you at an inflated price, and
yeah,
it's
but
just
they
fucking
also
water.
just make the chickens eat, I don't know, crud and living on top of each other. So
They eat the bodies of the infidels.
they're all chunked up, and then they're like, "No, America, this is safe. Eat up.
100% safe.
It's good for you. Chicken's
Oh
the
yeah,
best for you."
that definitely did get yanked by YouTube. I was curious about how everyone feels about Israel allegedly using drones that broadcast the sounds of women and children crying out for help. That sounds fucking really demonic to me. Like,
Yeah, it sounds
that
cruel.
sounds just fucking evil, but it sounds like they also jacked that from that movie. Which Hunger Games was that? Was that the second one? Where they had the fucking birds that were like mimicking specific people in the games as like loved ones and shit.
Oh, the call. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and every once in a while, those
Yeah, I
rumors
think
go
it was the
around.
second one.
Like when I was growing
Jabberjays.
up, they would say, "Don't open
Yeah,
your
that's the
door
one.
at night if you hear like a kitten or a kid crying outside because it's like really a serial killer playing a tape and trying to lure you out there."
Yeah, I saw a.
Yeah, we've been told don't answer your front door, don't let anyone in if they're pretending to be in distress or if they appear
Oh
to be in
yeah.
distress.
Yeah, absolutely
It's
not.
the it's the scam.
I once had a gas guy. I don't know if he was a gas guy or not, but I couldn't see his truck or anything, and he just knocked on my door and he's like, "I need to read your meter," and I was like, "No, thank
It's on the
you."
side of the house.
Well, mine, like my main one, is inside.
Yeah, you
And he
don't
goes,
need
"I have to get in there," and I was like, "No, you don't. I don't know who you are."
those events are scheduled. Like, nice try
Yeah,
though. You would have called me and scheduled a time to do that if that was a thing,
he got
or
very
at least
mad at
sent
me
me a
because I
note.
wouldn't let him in.
Or at least the gas company would have sent me a notice that there's going to be someone coming, and I would be aware of this.
Well, and when anybody else comes, like a lot of times they'll go, Walter's on his way to your house to read your meter at 10:30 or whatever. And then when he gets there, he's like, "I'm with the gas company. I'm Walter. Here's my badge." And
Yeah,
like, like they show you everything. This
yeah.
guy just like knocked on the door and was like, "Let me in there to read your meter." I'm like,
Show me
"Nope."
some ID, fool.
I was like, "Where's your truck?" He's like, "Down the street." I'm like, "Don't believe you. Get out of here."
I have a gun. You don't have a gun though. You need a gun.
But
You need 2
he
guns.
screamed at me for it, and I was like, "I don't care, yell all you want. You're still not
Why
coming
don't
in my
Yeah,
house. Like,
why don't you have a gun?
just go back and be like, she wasn't home.
Yep,
Or say she wouldn't let me in."
yeah. Or, how about you just wait here and I'll call the cops? And
Yeah.
and then after they've, uh, authenticated your ID, then I might let you in. And watch how fast they run off the porch.
Then you can get those numbers, sir.
Yep.
Screamers is the 90s movie?
I've never seen it, I don't think.
I don't even think I've heard of it.
Movies in the 90s are weird.
I liked the 90s.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Or did you just think you liked the 90s based on how shit the 20s are?
That's true.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, valid point.
the 20s are like gay, the gay decade. Like, it's a good thing heard some nonsense about numerology and that said that people that were born in the 20s are like the betas.
Mm, I heard that.
They're the beta generation, and it's all downhill. But all the alphas are about to be taken over. That'd be the generation behind mine.
All right. I don't know anything about any of that. Brain
Yeah, I don't
scan?
either.
Nope. Also have never heard of that.
You watch too many movies, my friend.
You know who watches no movies? 2
Me.
people I know. You and me.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some movies, but like they're movies that most everyone has seen.
Yeah, same.
You don't have to ask me if I've seen them usually.
But I also haven't seen most movies. Does that make sense?
Yeah. There's a lot of
No.
movies.
I mean, if someone like forces me to watch a movie
Yeah.
and then I have to
Don't do it.
Yeah.
If someone tries to force you to watch a movie, threaten them with a lawsuit.
You know what I usually do is fall asleep, and then that person gets
Mm.
mad at me and says, "You always fall asleep when we watch movies." And I'm like, "Yeah,
Well, why did you try to get me to watch a movie? You knew better.
exactly. This is an
You're gonna watch a
established
movie,
pattern."
and I'm gonna go to sleep.
And support you watching that movie in the best way I can by leaving you alone.
That sounds like a hack.
How about Idle Hands? No.
No, never heard of it.
No, I've never heard of
Never heard of
any
them.
of these.
The
Mm,
general theme here is I've never seen these movies.
no, none of us have.
I
Except for
promise you, I'm
Megan.
not I promise you, I'm not just saying I haven't seen them to go along with it either. Like, if I've seen a movie, I've seen it, but I don't know any of these. These are not stoner movies, clearly. These are
Mm.
probably movies that would fuck with my buzz if I watched them. The names like Brain Scan and Idle Hands and Screamers, yeah. Nope. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, I
I
probably
love
won't
it.
even remember these titles if I come across these things.
I
Like,
know.
that's that movie Go Higgins that I'd like. Yeah, I'm not gonna go looking for it though. I think I might have seen that one, but I don't recall it.
I feel like I've heard
Like,
of that one. Does that
yeah,
mean
that might
anything?
that might
There's
be it
like
too. I might have
a
just heard of it.
vague recollection of hearing that name.
I couldn't tell you anything about it, so I probably haven't seen it, but I feel like I might have, and I just didn't
Right.
know the title. Like I've seen so many movies with other people that because I don't care, I never ask like, "What is this?" Because I don't care what
Exactly.
it is. My bad, yo. Like I didn't mean to disappoint you. I just don't give a fuck.
Kid Ninja, do you watch movies?
Mm, not a whole lot of movies, no, and nothing recent. I think the movies now are not quite like they should be,
Yeah, I agree with that.
and yeah, so yeah, no, I've seen quite a few.
I
There's a
have
ones you're
seen
supposed to see,
Juice,
but
and I think I've seen King of New York. I know I've
I've
seen
seen
Boys in the
Boys in the
Hood.
Hood.
Yep.
I've
Oh
seen
yeah, I've
King of
Seen
seen
New
Boys in
York.
the Hood.
I've seen Juice too, but these ones I know.
Now he's just
These are
listing movies, and we're like, yes, no.
these are big enough movies to have seen. And Juice had Tupac. Like that was a pretty fucked up movie.
Never seen it.
I started to watch CB4, but that got really stupid really fast.
I don't know. I mean, look where we hang out on YouTube. I don't think we're
Yeah,
like it's super up on pop culture, if you shall. Guys, how late are we going?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm kind of a bit sleepy myself.
I know I'm getting real sleepy.
This is what happens when you do a stoner party. You get baked, and then it's like, yeah, another Bijou just like gone.
oh,
Bye, Bijou.
I beat you. She'll come back.
Yeah,
Did
I'm
she
sure
just?
she'll come back.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
she just fell asleep on the button.
Yeah, I mean, what
I'm
you
getting
gonna
sleepy.
do?
Boom, she's gone.
Yep.
Hmm. Look at that.
Nice. I'm getting a little sleepy too. Boink.
I know. Goodbye.
Yeah, just straight out. Like it's like, well, that was a dramatic exit.
I'm like, let's shut this down. I just leave.
Yep. Bye,
Mm.
guys. I mean, the great part is it's Saturday, so we could effectively go as late as any of you want, but there is also the possibility as the later we go that I could fall asleep during the show.
Me too. Plus, I have to work tomorrow.
Oh dear God, again?
Mm-hmm.
Working
Choo-choo.
on Saturday and Sunday is the gay.
Yeah, but that's
That's how the rookies do it.
well, we don't really do sales like this anymore. Now we do,
Yeah.
but this one warranted this kind of sale.
Oh, so this is like lucrative enough to make time type of thing?
Yep.
Okay, I see how that goes.
Yeah.
So can I put
And
my
it's probably
name down for a meat cleaver, or are they all gone?
you can't get a meat cleaver.
I
You live in UK, they're not allowed to have meat cleaver.
bet they are.
Yeah.
They banned knives in public places.
First, get a small cow, put it in your yard, and then be like,
Oh,
I
back
need
to
this
back. Let's
cleaver,
get a yard.
obviously.
Do you know that Cat Ninja doesn't have a yard?
She has a garden.
No.
She has
Cat
a
Ninja
roof.
lives in a flat. You know what a
True.
flat is?
Yes.
It's an apartment in America side. Like that's what we would call it.
We'll put a small cow on the roof.
Yeah, put a small cow on the snail ledge.
And be like,
Okay.
we don't know how the cow or the snails got up here.
Yeah. But I guarantee you, I need this meat cleaver for what comes next with this cow. Because I'm going to have to get it down off of this roof at some point.
And these snails, I can remove more with the gargantuan
Yeah.
cleaver.
Mhm. It is.
Just
I
one
could
nice
just say I
swoop.
need it for an art installation. There's no arguing with that.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
what?
An art installation.
Oh.
I'm gonna start using that as every excuse.
Mhm. Climate
Climate
change and art
change?
installation.
Yep.
It's an installation of art about climate change.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come at me.
Oh, my
Customs.
goodness. That's it. It's over.
And I need
Ding,
it to
ding.
go near Eros's brother down there in Shaftesbury. Down there near,
Arterius or something.
After
yeah.
us.
Arteron.
That's after
Arda
us.
Arda half.
Starts with art.
It's Atheros, though.
Atheros. Right.
Atheros, yeah.
Did you find out what he was the Greek god of?
Climate change.
I'm fairly certain when I read the thing it said climate change, yes. Not if you live in the desert, it doesn't go Hagen. Like, if you live in the desert, the climate changes no times a year. It
Unless
just
you're in Dubai.
gets cold. Yeah, if you're in Dubai and you're doing cloud seeding, the climate changes whenever the fuck I please. Whoa. I don't want to scare you guys.
Yeah.
There's 11 people on Zitter watching us.
Hello, 11.
Yeah.
Hello. The 11.
I think we got like 30 some people. So, of course, we would be getting tired now because that's what
Sure.
happens every time. Like, oh, we only got 6 people left on Rumble. Rumble crowd was like, fuck this, we're going to bed or we're going to go 420 party with everybody else.
Yeah.
'Cause I think like half of Rumble is doing 420 parties tonight.
Makes sense.
And you got to make the rounds. Like, you can't just hang out at one 420 party. You got to come in, smoke with them, then head on to the next one, go smoke with those people.
Unless you're super cool. And then you're
Yeah.
like, I found the coolest one.
I mean,
Mhm.
well, we got people on all the different
And you're on it.
platforms hanging out, coming in and out, so. And we got some people like Go Hagen.
Well,
and
last
some
time I
people
tried to
like
click between them,
Adequate Alcohol.
I booted myself from the stream. So
Yeah. Some folks that do the hanging out. I hear that you can raid people on Rumble now.
oh really?
Yeah.
All right,
I've never tried it before.
try it now.
Since it's a 420 party, God, I'd really want to raid Devo. However, Devo has like the longest damn name on Rumble to raid.
That's what copy and paste is for.
Yep.
Does anyone else think it's ridiculous that Mousie's like, "Hey, let's 420," and then she's like, "All right, I gotta go."
Yep.
Yeah.
And I thought it was quite funny with the other night. Mousy is, let's do the birthday. Apparently, she was the one behind all that. And she's the one that didn't sing happy birthday.
Yeah. I mean, Mousy is the great, like, instigator of shit she doesn't ever finish. Or
I let her off because she brought DarthHideous to the party, though.
yeah. And
No,
also,
wasn't
happy
loaded,
official end of your birthday week since it's 420.
Oh yeah.
yeah, technically tomorrow.
Technically
Today was a bit of
tomorrow,
a
but
didn't happen.
yeah, shit didn't line up.
421.
421 though. It's just
Yeah.
like 420, only it didn't lose, it won.
That's terrible.
Hey, do you
Oh
know why
dear.
do you know why you smoke when you're late for 420 and it's not 420 anymore, it's 422? You smoke at 422 because 422 is
It's
422.
4:22.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
So see
421, it
Monday
didn't
for
lose.
4:22.
Yeah.
That's actually a full-on week then.
I
Ah
mean,
man.
I
You're
had a
gonna.
show on Monday. I'll be high.
Mm,
Grande. There's a name I haven't seen in quite some time, except for when I stopped into the RSG chat last time. I seen him lurking over there. Good to see you, my brother. Grande Patron, my old friend.
Great Liquor switched accounts.
mm.
Little
Did he?
G. Little G, no moving eye.
Little G, no moving eye.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize he had two accounts
Yep.
on the Rumble. That's interesting.
He said all you do is type raid in chat.
Yeah, I realized that. I just didn't know where I would be sending people. You gotta put the URL though. Oh well, uh, that guy's not even live anymore.
Of-
Devo. I mean, in fact, pretty much everywhere I would have sent people is no longer live now that I refreshed my stream. So I didn't even know where I would raid.
We outdone them all.
Yeah, I mean, the 420 parties seem to be over. Or ending anyway. Winding up.
Mm.
yeah. We're all sleepy now because we
Cheers.
420'd it.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of a stony party, but it's a happy 420 holiday. What are you gonna do?
There you go. You can.
Yeah, I wouldn't send people to winning if you paid me, Maddie.
Maddie.
You think I want like these wonderful discerning people listening to that quack? The answer is no.
He cares too much for all of you.
Yeah, exactly. I would never do such a thing to them. No, I'm just kidding. Winning's all right, and sometimes he's right. Sometimes I'm just like, are you dumb? Like, I don't know. I support what he's doing, but I don't subscribe to it. 420 Grande is one of those if you know, you know things. Surprised you don't know. In fact, I don't know if I believe that you don't know, but when when we people in the states where liberty is not an understood correctly concept, we can legally partake of the marijuanas. We smoke the reefer on 420. And if you asked what the significance of it was, it would be so lame that I really wouldn't even want to tell you the story of how it first originated.
It is a lame story.
Yeah, it was the lamest story. I thought
It's
it was
more
gonna be
fun
some.
when you don't know. You're like,
Yeah, it's more fun when you don't know. Absolutely, it's like 420. Yeah, it's time to smoke.
yeah.
Uh, uh so Great Liquor has a user channel and channel channel. I had to do the same thing, make a stupid channel.
Why? Why do you have to have two?
I can't remember why they made me do that, but the story behind 420 is some kids from some high school in California uh, used 420 as a code for smoking reefer because by the time they were out of school and they met up at the water tower, it was about 420. So that was their like designated, like, we're all here, time to smoke time. It's literally that lame. So that's what it means. That's what the origin story is. It just caught on with other people. I don't know. And then it spread, became essentially something that people who smoke the reefer know all over the globe.
Oh,
Did you read Firsty's message?
Kirsty,
Yeah,
you
he's
made
late
it.
because he's been blazing blunt since 4:20 a.m.
Yeah,
and he fell asleep. He was not
same.
at all over at the Retard and Retard show. And by that I mean the Doug and Paul show. You couldn't possibly have been at the Doug and Paul show, could you, at Firsty?
Not on
Yeah,
420.
not not on 420. I haven't even gone over and said happy 420 to Douglas. I know Paul does pot needles like Firsty does, but Doug, on the other hand, smokes like we do. Like for real, I mean.
Hmm.
Mm. They're not going anymore either. Yeah, that's why Firsty's here now. That makes perfect
Firsty.
sense. That makes perfect sense.
I support your decisions. But you missed a great climate change joke, so your loss.
I mean, you know why first one shot's just getting here right now? Climate change.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's what made him late. Like climate change. That's what
If
made him
only
fall
it would
asleep.
go into retrograde. And we could all get a reprieve.
I
We
think it
have to
is on Monday.
decide.
Yeah.
I think we have to decide what month that climate change goes into retrograde first. It
It's at least
definitely is
twice a
not
year.
that. It is definitely not within the month of April. Climate change is not in retrograde in April. I think to just be the biggest assholes we can be about it, climate change goes into retrograde in July
Yeah.
Mhm.
because like when do they do the most bitching about like ozone action and like don't mow your lawn or like fill your swimming pools, like piss off. It's hot and my grass is tall or I didn't water it and it's dead and I don't need to use my lawnmower anyway. But yeah, I think climate change goes in retrograde in July when it's hot out.
Yeah. Climate change
And
is
then
it.
it goes into retrograde again in like December or January, one or the other, when it's fucking freezing.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
we'll have
climate
to check
change
with
in
the full
retrograde.
moons. Like,
Yeah. Actually, climate change is not only real, it's responsible for all the terrible things in the world, and it's a good thing.
mm-hmm.
And it's all Donald Trump's fault, and Vladimir Putin helped.
Yep. You missed a lot,
And
Firsty.
do you know what happened to the Nord Stream pipeline? Climate change.
Damn you, climate change.
Yeah, this has been a great show. It's been very educational. I'm sure YouTube will definitely promote this greatly because
Yeah.
we have told the truth to these people about like the devastating effects of climate change. Like it's even responsible for racism and anti-racism, which is just racism with a funny name. That, that
So, in conclusion, it's responsible for racism.
yes. So in conclusion, everybody
It's responsible
on
for
this
race.
420, when you're putting all that reefer smoke in the air, just remember that you too are a victim of climate change and the cause of all climate change. And get in the pods and eat the bugs to solve the climate change. You have to live in a jail cell and eat bugs to fight climate change.
But we're making the bugs bigger, so they have more nutritional value for you.
Oh, did you hear about that guy who set himself on fire in front of the Trump trial?
I
Mm.
did hear about that.
I
He
think he was
died.
protesting climate change.
He was climate change.
How do you feel
It
about
was
that? Like,
climate change that put him on
how do
fire.
how do you feel about that guy's actions?
I feel like he made some real poor decisions.
I feel like
Were
he
they
crossed
were they
climate change.
were they really poor decisions though?
Or just natural selection taking its
I
course.
I feel like if somebody feels like that's a really good idea, they get what they pay for. Like, I
Well,
feel like that's a great
yeah,
decision
obviously.
because you're probably not the type of person we need around.
Well, and don't you want like? Did that guy seem normal to those around him? But then he would go home at night and he'd be like, "I got it. I'm gonna light myself on fire. No, this will work." Like,
That's not paranoia, Firsty. That's
Uh,
like you should be hearing the knock any minute now. It's probably the feds.
that's
They've
climate
come to
change is coming knocking.
is he
no, they
knocking on
come
his
to
own door?
no, they come to bring him his assignments for next week. Like it's they want him to be able to like uh, get in order what he's gonna do on what day. Like why they still deliver him in physical copy where they could just email him is I don't know. They're the feds. They're not very efficient.
Is Britannia going to collide with North America? Is that climate change? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, if Britannia uh, collides with North America, that's 100% climate change.
Mm.
If Alaska collides with Russia, that's climate change.
Yep. If they
If
move
a
farther apart, that's climate change in
if
retrograde.
if the giant meteor ever hits Earth like we expect it to, climate change.
Did you hear there's supposed to be a star, like a supernova this year
It's
that
not
we
a
can
star, that's
see?
a space change.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. But that's climate change.
Yep.
War is bad for climate change. Yeah, we should stop doing war because we need to fight climate change. I
Or we
mean,
start doing war
think
with
of all the
only
fossil
stingrays.
think of all the fossil fuels war burns. Like it's terrible for climate change. We need to stop.
Just
We do.
enough.
Enough is enough. Absolutely.
I think we need to stop.
We do.
Yeah.
We need to stop climate change right now. You know
Or
who's responsible for climate change also?
climate change.
Joe Biden and Donald Trump. They're both climate change.
Everything's climate change.
Elon Musk
Your
is
climate
climate change.
change.
I am definitely climate change. All right, we've beaten the climate change horse to death for now, but it'll be back.
Oh, it'll
Fuck
be
up,
back.
fuck up again and see what happens. See who gets blamed.
Exactly.
Nah, I didn't commit a crime. That was climate change that
This
did
is
that.
clearly about climate change.
Climate change beat you up, not me. You know what, guys? It's not 420 anymore. It's officially 421 here now.
It's still 420 in my land.
All right, we got another hour. Excellent.
Well, I don't have another hour in me though.
You don't have another hour in here? You
Oh,
wanna call it a wrap? Beat
mm,
you? All these just
Is it because of
supporting all
climate
these
change?
lovely viewers. It's
climate
climate
change.
change, yeah. Climate change is making Bijou sleepy, guys.
Mm.
It's making me very sleepy.
Well, shout out. We got 23 watching on Rumble all of a sudden.
That's
Yeah,
firstly.
And
everyone's looking for 420 content. We just went on and on about climate change.
I mean,
You know
all
why?
our smoking. That's what happens when you're this high. You just talk about weird shit like climate change.
I
This
think
is
it's
the
real
perfect.
funny.
It's way funnier right now than it is if you were to watch this tomorrow.
I know.
So shout out to all the live viewers because if you made it this far in the show on a replay in the future, You're one savage SOB.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
We
And
got
cheers to you.
11,
Happy 20.
11 on Zitter, 5 chilling still on YouTube. That make up a significant percentage of the chat. So shout out to the soldiers who just won't leave YouTube for Rumble, and for the 20 plus gang over on the Rumble side. Like, love you guys. Like, you're probably all just as baked as us too. So except for that guy right there, the Fed standing behind Firsty. Oh my goodness.
First.
Firsty. Oh my. I'm gonna get in trouble. I love it. Thank you for that one. I think we gotta go, guys. Climate
Yeah.
change. Climate change has fucked my stream up now.
Climate
So
change
we gotta
named
call an end to
Juju
this.
Bee.
All right, outsiders. Tell the fine people of chat. Wait. Oh, Great Liquor's keeping us. May I higher power have mercy on you? Wait, what?
Oh
We're
no, climate
leaving.
change got him.
Yeah, climate change got Great Liquors broken. Mm. Thank you
Smoke
all for
more
coming
great
to our
liquor.
fucking 420 party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you,
Appreciate
everybody.
everyone.
Thank you, Juju.
Uh,
Thank you, Darth.
yeah,
Thank you, Mousy, because I'm sure she'll get this far when she replays.
You know
Yeah.
that bra
Oh,
doesn't
I
replay
won't say
squat.
anything, but if she comes to me and says, "Oh, thanks for saying that," then we'll know, and I'll
Yeah,
let you
we'll
know.
know
But
if
if she
Small
doesn't,
Mouse
she won't.
watched the rest of the stream.
Mousy,
'Cause-
this is for you. Thank you. Mwah.
Also,
Oh.
code word. What's Mousy's code
Code
word?
word climate change.
Also, you asshole for instigating this stream and then bailing right in the middle.
I know.
Twice in a week.
Like, let's all have a party. I gotta leave.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Right, next time
Stop,
we organise the
stop having
party, we leave
parties.
Mousy there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mousy can have the party by herself, damn it.
What she doesn't realise is when she
Yeah.
leaves us to the end, we make rules for the next time, and she doesn't know about them.
You'll find out. We'll surprise her next time.
That's what I mean. I don't think she found out about the last one
Yeah.
after Monday.
Yeah.
Mm.
Firsty's super baked.
I am
Yeah,
too.
thanks for being here, Firsty. Appreciate
Yeah.
you getting here just in time through your hot
I've
needles
also
coma.
been working on continuing to try to make my new phone act way more like my old phone this whole time. So imagine that. And I still got a lot more of that to do, so that'll be fun.
And all those phone numbers
Yeah.
to input and harass.
Yeah, I definitely have a bunch of
Yeah.
numbers that don't have this number, so that'll be fun. Yeah. New dish, who phone? Well, thank you all for coming to our 420 party. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we do.
Do you guys want to smoke one for the road? Send these guys off.
Yeah, we
Rude
do.
not to.
Cheers, everybody. Oh wait, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna need to fix that before I do anything. You can't cheers with what isn't there.
I was
Indeed.
just gonna say.
All right, that's better.
There you
Now
go.
for official. Cheers.
Cheers.
Take care,
Cheers.
everybody.
Bye.
I'll be back on Rumble tomorrow for the spirituality stream because after this, I'm gonna need some extra forgiveness from Jesus. I've said too much shit tonight.
That's okay. Jesus is over giving a stern talking to climate change.
Well, you know, climate change was responsible for the crucifixion, right?
I know. Fuck you, climate change. Your nefarious ways.
Yeah, and also climate change is responsible for all stingrays everywhere. All right, guys. I will see you next time. I'll be back for my regularly scheduled show Monday, and yeah, the Rumble stream tomorrow for exploring spirituality at 8:30, 8 o'clock Monday. Blah blah. You know the drill. I'll be here when I get here on the internet. Check y'all later. Thanks for coming.
Later, Gators.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.